Good Friday evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Hole, Smith County High School in Carthage, Tennessee, where we are set to kick off the 2024 high school football season. It's the high school football game of the week, and it's a rivalry matchup as the Gordonsville Tigers take on the Smith County Owls. I'm Noah McKah on the call here on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. Thrilled to be joined here atop the press box by my friend Jeremy Tollison, Hallie Ledbetter on the sideline, the lovely Madison McKay producing things for us once again. Week one is here, Jeremy, and what better way to start it here with the battle for Smith County. Gordonsville has taken the 20-minute journey across the county to take on their most bitter rival. NASCAR starts with the Daytona 500, the NFL ends with the Super Bowl, and the Upper Cumberland. We kick things off with Smith County and Gordonsville.
I'll tell you, this is one of the best rivalries in the state of Tennessee. And if you don't know that, you ought to see the line of people still trying to get in here. This place is going to be packed. Like you said, this is it. For Smith County, you win this game. Gordonsville, you win this game, you got bragging rights for 12 months. I'll tell you, this game right here, you know, even in my officiating career, when your game pops up on the screen and you see that you've got Smith County Gordonsville, you know it's a big deal. I'll tell you, there's jealousy amongst officials. You know, you get the Sparta Cookeville game, Upperman Livingston, Riverdale Oakland, Smith County Gordonsville, Macon County Westmoreland. Well, you'll be tomorrow night. You get those games, you know it's bitter. You've got to be on your toes. It's I'm telling you, this is where it's at.
It's an unbelievable atmosphere already. We turned around just a minute ago. The line to get in here stretches both directions. One way out to the street, the other way down half the distance of the school. And there are already a ton of people here. As you can probably see on the other side, Gordonsville is here. The entire town of Gordonsville is here today in preparation for this game, and it's a game with a ton of intrigue as we get into the matchup. Of course, the last two meetings have gone the way of Smith County. The two previous have gone the way of Gordonsville. It's a Smith County team with a lot of turnover, 10 of 11 new starters on defense. They do return some key pieces on offense. They've got a very talented freshman class in. Gordonsville returns a lot from a team that went to the quarterfinals a year ago. Some questions, though, at the quarterback position in this one. This one's one of the hardest games on the board to pick this week, Jeremy, because depending on the health of the quarterback situation, that can loom very large on Gordonsville's chances of winning this football game.
It can, and here we are, 11 minutes and 50 seconds to kick off, and we still have no idea if Jay Foster's going to play or not. And we saw him warm up. All indication is that he is not going to play. However, us watching him warm up, especially when they broke out, he was warming up with the ones, throwing to the ones. My gut tells me he's playing.
I think he's going to play too. And the roster we got back on Tuesday from Coach Jackson on the starting lineup, he was not listed as the starter. It was the junior Mason Cross. Of course, the typical starter, it's Jay Foster. You're talking about the starting quarterback for 2 straight seasons, the starting point guard on the basketball team that went to the state tournament, the starting shortstop and leadoff batter on the baseball team that went to the state tournament, probably the best athlete in the school. Is he going to play, isn't he? We thought he may not be in pads tonight. He's certainly in pads. He warmed up with the ones. Will we see both him and Mason Cross? We'll have to wait and find out. No question on the other side who the starting quarterback is, though, for the Smith County Owls. And a year full of turnover and change for Coach Matt Dyer. One thing is certain. Riley Martin gets the ball. He started last year as a freshman. Wasn't expected to start. They had a transfer out. He gets the job. Another top athlete in the school. Really emerged throughout the season as a dual threat quarterback. They need him to have a really good game today for Gordonsville, or for Smith County against Gordonsville. Earlier on, Hallie Ledbetter caught up with both coaches. We'll hear from them now.
Well, and I feel like our kids are ready to go and have a good night.
Jay Foster has been battling injuries to start this year. How do you feel going into tonight's game?
Oh, I feel good. He's practiced all week and done good. Mason Cross has done really good. So, I feel like we've got a good game plan. The quarterbacks know what we want to do, and, hopefully it'll be a great night.
And what do you need to see out of Mason Cross in tonight's game?
Just everything, offensively, we just got to take care of the football. Mason Cross, Jay Foster, everybody. So we got to take care of the ball and not turn the ball over, and, hopefully we'll have a successful night.
Great. Thank you so much, Coach. Coach, big rivalry game tonight. How are we feeling pregame?
Feeling pretty good. We got a bunch of young pups out here for the first time underneath the Friday night lights, but we're well tested, we're well prepared, so it's just exciting to kind of see these guys come out and execute tonight. And you take all the hours and everything that they've been out in the hot sun, whether spring practice, summer camp, or fall camp, and you get to put it all together in week one. So just excited to watch these guys come out and perform.
How crucial is tonight's win looking toward the rest of the season?
Well, it always sets the tone for the season when you can win your first game, especially your big rivalry game. But at the same time, one win won't define your season. And you always got to kind of tell your guys that, or just, preparing for that. It's like, no matter what, one game does not define your season, because every week our mantra is just one play, one game, one day, 1 week at a time. And so, win or lose, Saturday Sunday, you got to put it behind you and start preparing for the next opponent.
What did the week of practice look like in preparation for tonight's game?
Well, having to put in a whole lot of stuff just for all the different formations and shifts that they show, whether they're got their starting quarterback with a foster kid in or not, it changes who they are and what they do. So you prepare for both. The biggest thing is, preparation is what leads to separation. So a lot of preparing went into the week, and hopefully we just come out and we're the more physical team and just play hard. That's all we can ask our guys, is just play hard and execute the best of their ability.
Great. Thank you, Coach. Good luck to you.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
I work with Warren County Nursery here in McMinnville, Tennessee.
I'm very passionate about the hay because that's how I take care of my cows.
So I farm here with my dad.
We raise primarily corn, soybeans, and wheat.
By having that in my background and knowing what the customer expects, I know how to cater to the customer.
We're here to provide solutions for our customers.
Going through some of those challenging experiences help you understand maybe the position they're coming from.
Can I use your shower again? I can't find anyone to fix it over the weekend.
Yeah, but you should have just called my guy. Hey, Greg.
What's up, Luke?
Can you fix a shower today?
Absolutely.
Even on Sunday?
Of course. No one should go without water. That's why we're here for you. 24/7, 365.
You look ridiculous.
Call the Happy Face Truck today.
Sonia Brown is a full-service realtor and is licensed across the state of Tennessee, listing and selling residential and multifamily, land and farms, commercial and industrial properties. Sonia handles the sale from start to closing and beyond. Let her put her 30-plus years of experience to work for you. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate has been supporting student-athletes in the Upper Cumberland since 1990. You can reach Sonia Brown at 931-979-7145. Sonia Brown, realtor with American Way Real Estate, is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
When you order delivery from Domino's, you can get more than just pizza for $6.99. You can get specialty chicken, savory pastas, oven-baked Parmesan bread bites, molten lava crunch cakes, and medium 2-topping pizzas as well. We didn't stop at pizza, and you don't have to either.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this home on Meadow Road in Cookeville. With 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, this beautiful brick ranch could be your forever home. Call 931-979-1191 for more information and to schedule a showing, or visit chadandamycrouch.com. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back to the high school football game of the week. Now, here's Noah McKay, Jeremy Tallison, and Hallie Ledbetter.
Welcome back to the Hole. We're moments away from kickoff here in a high school football game of the week. Week 1 is here, and it's the Gordonsville Tigers against the Smith County Owls. I'm Noah McKay, joined by Jeremy Tollis and Hallie Ledbetter on the sideline. The lovely Madison McKay is producing things for us once again here. A new season of football here at UCR. Of course, we're without Justin. For now, at least. We'll see how long. He's new baby in the house. Baby Mac is there. Now 2 kids running around the house, so no Justin here, but we're going to do our best to bring the entertainment nonetheless. Maybe say a couple of outlandish things in the process so people don't feel like they are missing out. Let's get to the starting lineups for this game. First for the hosting Smith County Owls, and let's start on the defensive side of the ball. Up front for the Owls in this game under head coach Matt Dyer. Left to right is Jay Howell, Bryson Halliburton, Ethan Montgomery, and Paxton Hicks. The linebackers are Jaden Evans, Ben Howell, and Will Barnes. And this in the secondary for the Owls, Wyatt Claywell, Cole Hackett, Gage Gibbs, and Jermaine Kaysen. Offensively, Smith County will line up left to right along the offensive line. At left tackle, Bryson Halliburton. To his right is Paxton Hicks. The center is Jay Howell. The right guard is Ethan Montgomery. The right tackle is Eric Shaw. The wide receivers for the Owls today are Ben Howell, Will Barnes, Jermaine Kaysen, and Wyatt Claywell. The starting tailback is Caden Mason, although we expect to see a lot of Jaden Evans in the backfield as well. And the starting quarterback is the sophomore, Riley Martin. Starting for the Gordonsville Tigers on defense first. Up front for the Tigers in their 3-3 defense is Sean Benton, Will George, and Bobby Cripps. The linebackers are Lee Spurlock, Spencer Pipes, and Wyatt Langford. And in the secondary for Coach Stephen Jackson is Maddox Randolph, Anthony Fuller, Waylon Kennedy, Dalton Hancock, and Jamario Williams. Offensively for the Owls, or for the Tigers in this game on the road against the Owls, along the offensive line, Tommy Hill, Brett Angel, Jeremy Hart, Sean Benton, and Will George. The tight end is Caden Bennett. The wide receivers for the Tigers in this game are Anthony Fuller, Waylon Kennedy, Dalton Hancock, Lee Spurlock. The tailback is Bryson Grisham, who had a great touchdown run in the Jamboree last week against Cannon County. And the starting quarterback, we don't know. Jay Foster is going to be the starting quarterback this season. On the roster, we were given Mason Cross listed as the starter, but we've got a little hunch after watching warm-ups that it may be Jay Foster. We'll have to wait and see who takes the opening snap.
And Gordonsville wins the toss and defers to the second half, so a little more drama. They delay us knowing the answer to that question just a little bit longer.
This is the Watson Chevy pregame show, and of course you're watching this game and every other game on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network as the Gordonsville Tigers break their way through and onto their rivals' field. And here come the Smith County Owls as the train horn blares out and the crowd rises to their feet. We've got 6 games live across the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network tonight. We, of course, have this one on the main page over on UCR2, and all these games will be shared to the main page as well. It's the Cookeville Cavaliers taking on the Stone Memorial Panthers. Over on UCR3, it is the Upperman Bees against the Fayetteville Tigers. Over on UCR4 tonight, it is the White County Warriors hosting Silverdale Baptist. On UCR5, it is Clay County hosting York. And on the Tennessee Talk Facebook page, it is Trousdale County hosting Livingston Academy. A few new commentators out there around the area tonight. here live on Facebook. The YouTube feed's giving us some trouble, so we're here on Facebook, and that's enough. Come on over here and enjoy this game as the Smith County Owls take on the Gordonsville Tigers. Happy to be with you tonight. I'm Noah McKay, joined by Jeremy Talls and Hallie Ledbetter on the sideline. Madison McKay producing things. And we are live on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. The Smith County Owls in their home field in the black jerseys, black pants, gold numbers and letters, black helmets with gold trim around the SC on the helmets. The Gordonsville Tigers in the road, white jerseys, white pants, blue numbers and letters, the blue stripe going right down the center of the helmet with Tigers outlined along the side. We've been waiting a long time for this night. It's a beautiful night for high school football. A little bit humid, 80 degrees at kickoff. It'll be into the low 70s by the time this game ends. Not a cloud in the sky, and one of the most beautiful places to watch a high school football game in this state. There's a lot of people already here, and there's a lot of people waiting to get in. Gordonsville going to kick off left to right on your screen. Smith County back deep to receive. Jermaine Kaysen, we'll say his name a lot tonight. Wherever you are around the Upper Cumberland and beyond, we welcome you in. It's time to play high school football in the state of Tennessee. For the Tigers, Gavin Kemp, the kicker on, a sophomore. The official blows the whistle. He checks both ways, and let's get it on tonight on a beautiful Friday. A kick over right side, going to be fielded at the 20-yard line, looking for room to the 30, to the 35. Big hole there to the 40. Stiff arm to the 45. Past midfield. And now being hit and driven out of bounds is Gage Gibbs, the sophomore. Gives the Owls great field position. They start on the Tigers side of the field. 1st and 10 on the 47-yard line. And make it the 48 where they will spot it down, and we will see Riley Martin. It was going to be his job eventually, but they thought it was going to be maybe a receiver for a couple of years. He's the quarterback, really had a nice freshman campaign, parlayed that into a great baseball season, and now really taking the reins of this offense for Coach Dyer in his 4th year, and what a 4 years it has been for him. As they break the huddle, send Kaysen out to the right, Wyatt Claywell out to the left in the shotgun. Martin sends Kaysen in motion, takes the snap, play fake. He's going to keep it himself around the right side. The Tigers are there, and they take him down. Will George there, the senior tackle, comes right through and blows it up for a loss of 3.
Hey, that's a good way to start the game. You know, you want to control the line of scrimmage early. Gordonsville got a little bit of push there. You got to set that precedence right now. Who's going to win at the line of scrimmage?
2nd down and 13 here. Gordonsville going to go more pass happy tonight. Smith County, they'll mix it up some. The strength of their team, certainly those outside receivers, but we mentioned the freshman Caden Mason, Jaden Evans alongside in the backfield as well, as Martin shifts the tackle across, takes the snap, play fake, dropping back, looking left, forced out of the pocket, rolling to his right. Martin fires across his body. Kaysen is there, makes the catch, but we got a flag right.
Looks like a hold on number 74 on that. It looked like a pretty easy call to me.
And everybody is backing up as well. It was a good play by Martin to roll to his right. He finds Jermaine Kaysen. Had a pick 6 last week against Watertown in the Jamboree. But it is going to go against Smith County, and they're way behind the chains. A couple of years ago, Smith County rolled in this game on this field. They had 13 penalties. Coach Dyer was really upset with that. We talked to him this week, Jeremy. He said, it's a young football team. Penalties are going to happen. They're going to have to find a way to overcome them if they want to defeat Gordonsville tonight.
Ironically, I think I refereed that game 2 years ago.
There was a lot of flags. I was there on the sideline for it. It was one of those Saturday night games. And Coach Dyer wants to know who it was on. He gets it, and they will back it up. And now from great field position to 2nd and Gordonsville, actually, directionally.
Near Waffle House?
Yeah, it's a long way. Timberloft over there. All the way back to the Smith County 34-yard line. 2nd and 28 is what they have on the scoreboard here, and I'll trust them because I can't do math that fast. Second down and long. Martin takes a snap, looking left, fires deep downfield. Claywell, little pump and go, and he dropped it right through the hands of Wyatt Claywell, the senior leading receiver from a year ago. He hit the stutter step and went right through his hands. It's going to be 3rd and long.
That ball carried a little bit more. The DB thought he had a look at that ball and misplayed it a little bit.
3rd and a country mile now, and we'll see what Smith County does. They took the shot there in 2nd and long. A lot of times you'll see maybe a draw or a screen, try and flip the field a little bit for field position, and we're going to wait and see who's going to come out to run the offense for the Tigers in this one. Will it be Jay Foster or will it be Mason Cross? Trips out to the left side here for Riley Martin. We've got a whistle and going to reset the play clock here. I think we had a little bit of time maybe getting the ball spotted, so they'll reset it to 25 and roll it again. Jaden Evans in the backfield alongside Riley Martin. 3 receivers to the left. Snap taken, play fake. Martin going to keep it himself, and Gordonsville is not fooled. Spencer Pipes there first, and that is a defensive stand for the Tigers to open the game. 90 seconds in, it's a 3-and-out, and Smith County will be forced to punt it away.
Hey, if you're Gordonsville, you love what you see on that defensive possession right there. They got penetration at the line of scrimmage. They're just making plays. Here we go. Both teams kind of filling each other out a little bit to see what they're going to allow. It's football. Let's go.
Punting unit on here for Smith County. I believe that's Bryson Grisham back deep to receive this one and nearly blocked. The punt is away. Pretty good one. Fair catch called for and made. At the Gordonsville 36-yard line by Bryson Grisham. And we will wait with bated breath to see who leads them onto the field. Is it going to be Jay Foster or will it be Mason Cross as the Gordonsville Tigers hold strong after a great kickoff return? Smith County doesn't do anything with it. And the mind games continue as we wait a little bit more from Coach Jackson. We have not seen Jay Foster in any scrimmages or jamborees, and we're not going to see
12.
him here on play number 1. It is Mason Cross who comes out to run the offense. Coach Dyer was pretty clear with us. He thought it was going to be Jay Foster. He thought it was mind games. Foster warmed up, but to start, it is Cross. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. As he motions a man across the line, takes the snap. He's going to hand off to Grisham. Grisham with a bit of a hole. He rumbles through it. Now going to be grabbed and thrown backwards. Ben Howell, the sophomore linebacker, first one there. Gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Griffin picks up 30 yards on the carry.
Getting revved up on all the streams, couple of them. It's week 1. They're taking a second. Tennessee talk. We think Livingston Trousdale. They'll be on just in a moment. 2 receivers each way here. 2nd down and 7 after a gain of 3. And Mason Cross, how about this for your first career start? The junior quarterback in this game, in this spot. 2 receivers each way. Takes the snap, going to hand off again to Grisham. Grisham bounces to the outside at the 40. Another cut to the outside. Stiff arms his way and now is slung down. Maybe half a yard short. Wyatt Claywell there. The corner makes the tackle. Mentioned last week, it was a great run by Bryson Grisham. Hit a jump cut in the hole, took off for about a 35-yard touchdown run. It's going to be 3rd down and 1 here for the Tigers, who are keeping it on the ground early. Jay Foster, they like to air it out. They're running the ball here with Mason Cross at quarterback. Snap taken, going to throw out to Grisham. Grisham stutters, makes the catch, trying to get forward. 3 different Owls are there. This depends on the spot. I think they gave it to him. Cole Hackett there defensively, but it's going to be enough for Asanya Brown with American Way Real Estate. 1st down for the Smith County, or for the Gordonsville Tigers, rather. It's definitely a 1st down there. Double check it, but we can see that one pretty good from up here, and it is a 1st down for the Tigers. First down of the season for either team.
One thing I want to talk about, I'll talk about after this play.
2 receivers out to the right side here for Cross. 1 receiver to the left. New back in the backfield. Snap taken. They're going to hand it off to him. Stutter step. He's past midfield. Going to be hit and driven down. Lee Spurlock is on the carry there for Gordonsville. Pardon me. They're going to go Jamario Williams instead. 22, not 21.
One change in officiating this year is they are requiring the umpire to be in the offensive backfield. That is for safety. However, that's going to take 2 eyes away from most of your contact there at the linebacker spot. So it's a big change in officiating this year.
Everybody in the box here for Gordonsville trying to put a drive together. 2nd down and 4, 7.5 to go in the 1st quarter. Low snap, Cross has it. Another handoff. Williams gets to the edge. Now explodes through the hole. There he goes, and there's a flag down. This one's coming back as Jamario Williams cribs it, but a flag right in the area of holding. And I think this one's coming back, Jeremy.
It definitely is coming back. I didn't have a good look at the block, but
it is a hold going against the Tigers. So 2 big plays. One, about a 10-yard pass for Smith County called back on a hold. That time, a touchdown run called back. So wipe the 6 points off the board for the Tigers and It's going to make it 2nd and long. Penalties looming large early.
Both of those flags coming from the White Hats, so they're definitely watching blocks at the point of contact tonight. No, have you mentioned how beautiful this field is? And my understanding 2 or 3 weeks ago, it was all torn up, and this thing's
Yeah,
beautiful.
it was. They've done an unbelievable job here in Smith County, and now we've got to whistle 2 flags down. It's going to be a legal procedure, 5 more yards, and now the crowd's starting to get into it. Cowbell's ringing out beneath us as it's going to turn it into 2nd and 19. A couple of weeks ago, this field was borderline unplayable. There was discussions being had, and they went back to the drawing board, and what a job they've done here at Smith County. This field looks pristine to open up this season. Two receivers to the left. Mason Cross. Will they run it again? Snap taken. They sure will. Handoff goes to Grisham. He's going to get hit and taken down after a gain of about 5 yards. Ethan Montgomery, first one there on the defensive line. And it's getting a little chippy down there already, as you would expect when these two rivals get together. 5 minutes into the ball game, 3rd down and 15 upcoming here for the Tigers.
Brought down by Montgomery and Halliburton.
Getting everything live. I think the last game that's not live, perhaps at UCR 5. We'll check on Tennessee Talk as well. Make sure, on UCR 5, make sure that that's okay. Tennessee Talk getting fired up here momentarily. New crews, they're figuring it out along with the rest of us. One receiver to the right here for Gordonsville. We're live here. Snap is taken. Gonna pitch the jet sweep in front. That time, nothing doing. What a play. Ben Howell shoots through and takes him down for a big loss. Dalton Hancock on the reception. It's going to be a loss of 5 and punting time for the Gordonsville Tigers. They get 1 first down and now are forced to punt it away.
It's amazing how a holding play just changes, just tilts the game from touchdown Gordonsville to punt. Flags are important.
A couple of men back deep to receive this kick for Smith County. Closest to us is Gage Gibbs. He's the one who had that big kickoff return to open up the game. Cole Hackett also back deep. This is a spiraling kick. Not very deep, takes a vertical hop, and now will be touched down at the 41-yard line. So a kick of about 20 yards or so, and Smith County will go back to work offensively. 1st and 10 on the 41-yard line. Score update. White County strikes first over Silverdale Baptist over on UCR. 4-trip pinion to Demarius Dowell, 39 yards, and Sparta leads 7-0. Coach Dodgen, Chase Hoke on the call there for White County football.
If White County can get that passing game going, they are going to be dangerous.
No question about it. Riley Martin looking for more success on this drive. The run game had nothing doing on the opening possession. Snap taken, Martin play fake, fires over to Claywell in the flat, makes the catch, he's hit and spun down. Cavalry arrives, and there's the stick as well. Jamario Williams comes through, and then he is finished off by Anthony Fuller. Anthony Fuller makes the play, but Claywell gets forward progress for a gain of 3 as Smith County's trying to go in a positive direction, something they didn't do on their first drive. Let us know in the comments who you are, where you're watching from, who you're cheering for in this one. Week number 1. I'm sure you're not watching from Gordonsville or Carthage because you're here if you are. 1 receiver to the left, 2 stacked out to the right. Motion man across, snap taken, play fake. Now they're going to hand off. Bursting through a hole before being drugged down on the carry. Caden Mason. It's going to be a gain of about 4 yards, makes it 3rd and manageable. Spencer Pipes making his 2nd tackle so far in the game. Going to be 3rd down and 3 here for the Owls. Big moment in this ball game. 4:35 to go. Has the makings of maybe a slobber knocker so far as these two teams try to find an offensive rhythm. In case you were wondering if jamborees matter, both these teams moving the ball with ease in their jamborees. Now with film study, it's a little bit different. Defenses come out to play. 1 receiver each way. Martin has the shotgun snap, going to hand off this time again. Mason tries to cut upfield at midfield. He did not get there. Decision time for Matt Dyer. It's going to be 4th down and 1.5 yards here upcoming. Wyatt Langford there on the tackle. So far, Jeremy, the run defense has been really good for Gordonsville.
Absolutely. And I think it all starting with penetration from the defensive line.
4th down and 1.5 yards. Offense staying out there, if nothing else, for the hard count. They'll break huddle with 20 seconds to go on the play clock. 2 receivers stacked out to the right side. And now timeout going to be called by Coach Jackson. They were going to run a play. Good opportunity to talk about Caden Mason, the freshman, 5'8", 160 pounds. Coach Dyer really likes the way he runs the football, getting downhill. Ran the ball a lot last week in that jamboree. And that's a name probably to watch, that backfield pairing. Riley Martin, just a sophomore. Caden Mason, a freshman. Something else interesting from the Owls' perspective, and we can talk a little bit about the Tigers after, the size up front. It's a lot of youth, but sheer height and weight, actually a bigger per capita offensive line than they were a year ago. Obviously, Javi Gaspar, he was a big old boy in there, but now all the way across the line, they've got a lot of size in there, but they are inexperienced.
They are, and I think Gordonsville's defensive line is exposing that a little bit, but again, some of these offensive linemen, it's their very first high school game ever, the very first quarter they've played in high school. So I assure you, Coach Dyer will see that. They're going to improve even in this game.
3:35 to go in the opening quarter. The offense is still out there here. How many 4th and 1s are you going to get? Maybe what Coach Dyer's thinking. Coach Jackson knows that they can get a stop. Their crowd very much gets into it. Both bands are here. The Tiger Band rocking. My mom was in the Tiger Band.
Not Gordonsville.
Gordonsville
Yeah,
band.
really?
Yes, indeed.
That is right.
Yes, indeed. And now we got another timeout potentially. Oh, we've got an equipment issue. And this has been a point of emphasis this year, equipment issues. And this takes Jermaine Cason off the field on a big 4th down, although we think they're probably going to be a run play upcoming here for the Owls. Two receivers to the left here. Hard count for Riley Martin. Gives it again. Nobody's jumped yet. 15 on the play clock, and now a timeout going to be called by Smith County. We will wait and see.
So they sent number 2 off for his knees not being covered. Point of emphasis this year is that. Exactly. Knees not being covered. They actually changed the rule so that any penalty would go against the head coach. Now, I'm anxious to see how the officials are going to officiate this, but the way they've set the rule up is there's a warning. They could flag the head coach for it happening a second time. They flag the coach again for it happening a third time and potentially be ejected. So they're taking the seriousness of knees being covered to a whole new level. No, I don't know if you've noticed. It's almost the end of the first quarter, and there are still 50 or 60 people paying to get in.
Yeah, there's still a line of people both ways behind us here to get into the ball game. They're not going to be able to sit on that visitor side for much longer. It's nearly completely full.
Score update from White County. White County up 14-0.
4th down and 1.5 yards. Offense still out there for Smith County. We've been here for a while, real world time. Martin has the snap. He's going to hand off to Jaden Evans. Hitting the backfield. He's spinning forward, and he got it on the second effort. It's Asanya Brown with American Way Real Estate. First down for the Smith County Owls. Bobby Cripps got him, but Evans able to lean forward and move the chains.
That second, third effort right there is the difference in that play.
3:23 to go here in the opening quarter. First down and 10 from the 49-yard line for Smith County. Back into Gordonsville territory, about where they were to start their last drive before putting it in reverse. Martin takes the snap, dropping back to pass, looking right, has time, now he's going to tuck it and run. Martin to midfield, breaks one tackle, he's to the 45. Riley Martin lowers the boom out of bounds, and that fires the team up. Depends on the spot. It's a gain of 10 and a physical finish for the sophomore signal caller. Lee Spurlock there defensively took the punishment, and it is enough for Asanya Brown with American Way Real Estate. First down for Smith County. Now they're starting to move it inside the Gordonsville 40.
That's enough for a Citizens Bank first down.
One receiver going out to the right side here for the Owls. Jermaine Kaysen all alone to the left. Receiver out on his own is Spencer Estes. Martin takes the snap. Hands off again to Evans. This time he's hit at the line of scrimmage, and that is a great job shedding the block by Sean Benton. Ball comes out. Forward progress was stopped. No gain on the play, and it's 2nd and 10.
Evans stopped at the line by number 44, Shane Benton.
Second down and 10 upcoming here after nothing doing. And there was another example. The run defense been very strong in the traditional run game so far for Gordonsville. Trying to bow up here defensively. One receiver each way again for Riley Martin. Evans is the back. Takes the snap. Handoff goes to him. Makes one man miss. Now he's going to get hit and slung down again. A very nice tackle made that time for Gordonsville up front as they're starting to roll through. That's Mason Greer, the senior, 6'1", 270 pounds. Gain of just a yard, and now it's 3rd down and 9.
It seems that lead, those draws are not working with the aggressiveness of the Gordonsville defensive line. The bubbles seem to be opening it up, or quarterback designed runs seem to be opening it up.
3rd down and 8 upcoming here. Minute 40 to go in the first quarter as we move along. Scoreless tie. These two bitter rivals. Claywell to the left, Kaysen to the right. Martin in the backfield with Caden Mason. Snap taken, dropping back. Martin looking left, fires into the flat for Mason. Makes one man miss to the 35. Mason trying to set up the blockers. He's going to be short. Yeah, imagine it's probably go for it time again for Matt Dyers. It's going to be 4th down and 4 upcoming here from the Gordonsville 33-yard line.
Fourth down and 4.
4th down and 4, offense staying out there. I don't know if any team has any timeouts left. They do. They just took several of them last time before we got to the last 4th down. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. We're moving along now. One receiver each way for Riley Martin. Gordonsville change up to the defensive look. Looking right, fires on the quick hitch route. Caught by Jermaine Kaysen. He's taken down at the 25, but not before another. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate, 1st down. Martin to Kaysen. Cues up the train horns. And that could be the final play of the quarter. We'll see, as there's a 7-second differential between the play clock and the game clock. 1st down and 10. Breaking the huddle with 20 seconds to go. We'll see. Martin in the gun, and he checks over. I'll be surprised if they run a play, but crazier things have happened. May try the hard count again. Motion man across, and they will snap it. Little turnaround handoff to Kaysen. Kaysen going to get hit and taken down. Gordonsville not fooled. Spencer pipes again, the senior, with several tackles in the frame as the buzzer sounds, and we head to the end of the first quarter. Smith County driving for the first time in the game. Only one possession each so far for these two teams. We head to the second, still scoreless. It's the high school football game of the week, and you're watching it on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with the UCR team on Tuesday nights at 7, live for the UCR Coaches Show from the rooftop. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Sports and Outdoors in Jamestown is the Upper Cumberland's best sporting goods store. From cleats to camping supplies and everything in between, this family-owned store has it all. Hall Sports and Outdoors is proud to support our community, including student athletes throughout the Upper Cumberland. Stop in at 207 South Main Street or visit their website at hall42.com. Hall Sports and Outdoors is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Hey guys, it's Jason Files, General Manager of the Watson Chevrolet. You're watching the high school football game of the week on the Watson Chevrolet UCR Media Network.
Welcome back as we open up the second quarter of play. It's 2nd down and 10 upcoming here for the Owls. Working left to right on your screen, they are into Gordonsville territory, inching closer to the Twin Lakes Catfish Farm red zone. 2nd and 10 on the 24-yard line. Riley Martin going to be in the gun again, and we've got another whistle as the play clock maybe, not sure what it was, or getting the officials oriented right. Maybe the play clock. And we're good to go. Here we go. 2 receivers stacked out to the left side, 1 to the right for Martin in the gun. He's got Jaden Evans to his left. Snap taking, going to hand off to Evans. Evans tries to cut it upfield, and again, there are 4 Tigers there unblocked. Gain of just a couple, and it's 3rd down now. Sean Benton leading the charge for the Tigers.
Brought down by Vinson.
I love the chess match so far. This is what we're looking for, opening night of high school football. One of the biggest rivalries in Tennessee. I just love the chess match. These teams know each other so well. The coaches know each other so well. This is what I came for.
Sun beginning to set. The line is dissipated. Everybody who wants to get in, for the most part, is in now. 2 receivers over to the right side. Martin going to be in the gun, as he will be all night long. 3rd and 8. Snap taken. Dropping back. 5-step drop. Rolls to his right. Being pressured. Cuts up, makes one man miss, fires downfield, and he just throws it away. 4th down and 8 upcoming in no man's land. Probably looking at go for it territory once again for Coach Dyer. They're 2 for 2 so far on this drive on 4th downs. This, though, is the longest one yet.
Livingston Academy up 18-0 in Trousdale.
Cookeville leads 7-0 early in the second quarter on a run by Blake Owen. 4th and 8 here. Snap taken. Martin dropping back. He's being pressured from the blind side. Jump passes deep downfield, and it's broken up. Had a chance at a miracle for Jaden Evans, but then flying in to break that one up was Dalton Hancock, and the Tigers defense stands tall. Turns it over on downs, and they'll take over with 10:59 to go in the first half.
Cross been back in at quarterback, so a little smoke and mirrors. We're going with Cross.
Looks like no Jay Foster tonight for the Tigers. It is Mason Cross, and they ran the ball a ton on their first drive. Got 1 first down, and then were forced backwards. Snap taking and a handoff again. Bryson Grisham makes one man miss, makes another man miss. Now he rumbles to the second level. Gain of 11, physical run for Bryson Grisham. And it is Asanya Brown with American Way Real Estate, first down for the Tigers. All the way out to the 35-yard line. Bryson Grisham, opportunity this year, the 5'9", 165-pound senior, trying to make a name for himself this year across the Upper Cumberland and beyond for a Tigers team with high, high hopes. 2 to the right. Snap taken, it's low. Cross bobbles it, and he just falls on it. And it's going to be a loss of about 5 yards, but trying to mitigate disaster. The junior quarterback just eats it in the dirt.
Hey, for a first start, you know, he's under pressure. He makes a mistake. Great decision to fall on the football there, because it could have been catastrophic if he tried to pick it up and do something with it. Although it's his first start, that's a veteran move right there.
2nd down and 15. 2 to the right, 1 to the left here. Smith County High School, the hole. And it is living up to its name tonight. The band making a lot of noise to our left. Snap is taken, dropping back to pass after a bobbled snap. Firing deep downfield. Receivers wide open, makes the catch at the 40, 35, 30, 20. Stiff arm, and Claywell's going to get him down, but not before a huge pitch and catch to Dalton Hancock, flipping the field to the 9-yard line.
If you had any question if Mason Cross could throw the ball, believe me, he can.
What a route concept there, the switch down the field, and Hancock came free. The timing was there. Cross put it on him. Claywell able to get back and make the tackle, but not before. Asanya Brown with American Way Real Estate, first down into the Twin Lakes Catfish Farm red zone for the Tigers, who are threatening to strike first. Two receivers to the right, quickly up to the line come the Tigers. Smith County shows blitz, they bring it. Grisham breaks through the hole, he's to the 5, and to the end zone, maybe. No, they'll spot him down at the 1. Bryson Grisham, half a yard away from the first touchdown of the season. Gordonsville going to get back up to the line quickly here. Snap taken. Again, the handoff goes to Grisham. He hits one man. Now he's going to be ripped backwards, and that is a physical run stuff for Ben Howell. He's made a couple of nice plays. All of a sudden, Jeremy, 3rd and goal from the 1 yard line. They're going to go for it. 2 chances here, and a little bit of maybe, I don't want to say sickness, but maybe completely out of gas down there for Wyatt Claywell as he's just gotten rid of some fluids on the field. So we'll have a brief stoppage there while the trainers go out and take a look at him, get some water into him. Don't think it's an injury in the typical sense.
You think you can punch it in with Grisham there 2 plays in a row and just come up short. I'll tell you, defensive line from Smith County really stepping up. You may have to open the playbook a little bit.
So we will give it a second and wait here. Good opportunity to tell you to join us on Tuesday night live from the rooftop. Jacob and I will be there from Fire and Vine, again, on the roof for the UCR Coaches Show. We have some special guests. We'll, of course, talk about this week's games and preview and predict next week's games. We'll be live on the main UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel as well. That's the UCR Coaches Show presented by Fire and Vine, live from the rooftop Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock. You can also join us later on tonight for the Friday Night End Zone Show, as we will be joined from coaches and commentators around the area late into the night, maybe early into tomorrow, to talk about all the games, react to them live. You can join us tomorrow about 4:15. We're having a live game day show from Lafayette before the second part of our doubleheader high school football game of the week, as Westmoreland takes on Macon County in another big rivalry matchup. And Wyatt Claywell, he's going to be helped up to his feet. Great training staff here at Smith County. And he chased down what would have been a touchdown. That was a high-effort play to go and get Hancock. And now he's going to get a breather and a few plays off.
A couple of updates from the area. 14-6 Clay County right now over York, and Upperman down at Fayetteville up 13-0 with 1:07 left in the first.
Big moment here. 22 bodies in the box. Low snap. It's on the ground. It's loose. The Owls think that they have it. No signal yet. We still wait.
Smith County ball.
And Smith County recovers. A low snap. Couldn't get it clean. And the Owls stop a huge pass play from leading to disaster. They'll take over deep in their own end.
And you look at that play on how big that turnover was, but you've got to realize the goal line stand on the previous play, the goal line stand on the previous play of that's what led up to that. So 3 unbelievable defensive plays in a row from the defensive line from Smith County.
So that changes the game again. We go the other way.
You said flip the field?
It is flipped, no doubt about it.
One thing I've noticed about both teams is they can score they can go 85 yards on one play.
No doubt about it. And now, 1st and 10 from the 5-yard line. Martin takes the snap, going to hand off to Jaden Evans. Evans going to get hit. That inside run game is doing nothing. Bobby Cripps, the junior, 6'1", 215 pounds, makes the tackle. No gain on the play.
Evans stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Super impressed with both of these defensive lines. And as we've noticed, both teams have had some success running. We've not seen a lot of success with, or passing, I'm sorry, not a lot of success with running the ball.
Two receivers to the left. Snap is taking. Going to hand off to Evans. Evans cuts upfield again, and the Tigers all over that one. That one a little bit more productive, a gain of 4. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 as we tick under 8 to play in the first half. And once again, it's Spencer Pipes. He's having a great start to this game.
He's a middle linebacker for a reason, isn't he?
Brought down by number 19, Pipes.
And now a big third down, and we'll say 5 upcoming. Good spot for Smith County to the 10-yard line. 2 receivers to the right. Snap taken. Going to play fake. Rolling out to the right is Martin. He fires into the flat. Receiver makes the catch at the 12. He's to the 15. It's a first down on the pitch and catch. Firing it over into the flat. And that's Will Barnes, the sophomore tight end, who flares out to make the reception. And it's a Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate first down. Bobby Cripps there on the stop.
Smith County has found some success with the quick passes out into the boundary. Good way to pick up 5, 6, 7 yards at a clip.
Snap is taken. We got a whistle and a stoppage, and going to wave off the flag, I believe. And Coach Dyer got the timeout just before the play clock hit zeros. We'll take the timeout briefly with them. 6:49 to go in the first half. Still scoreless in the high school football game of the week.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear DJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Amanette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Welcome back to the high school football game of the week. Now, here's Noah McKay, Jeremy Tallison, and Hallie Ledbetter.
Welcome back, and we have had a twist and turn so far. Seemed like Gordonsville was going to strike. They had it down to a 2nd and goal and a half-yard line. A fumbled snap, though, that was low. Leads to the turnover. Smith County gets it back, and he races a long pass play. Now it's going to be 1st and 10 Owls after a timeout called by Coach Dyer, working left to right on your screen. Couple of men go in motion here for Smith County in the pistol set. Snap taken. Martin play fix. Jermaine Kaysen's wide open, and he makes the reception at the 25. Kaysen spins to the 30. Showing off the athleticism. His coach called him their do-it-all player, Jermaine Kaysen, with a gain of 15, and the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate first down. Wyatt Langford there on the stop defensively. It's something we haven't seen so far. Smith County has not really opened up the passing attack outside of one play that they actually had. It was just a drop pass. Sure. One receiver goes out each direction here for the Owls. It is now nightfall, and it is officially Friday Night Lights. 6:19 to go in the second. Snap taken. Martin looks left, fires. Kaysen catches it while going down. It's a gain of about 7 yards. Coach Jackson saying it hit the ground. The official disagrees, making it a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd and 4.
The Gordonsville defensive line's played really well, so those quick passes out into the boundary are wearing that defensive line out, and I think that's just part of the game plan to use that defensive line a little bit, gas them up, get them a little tired.
2nd down and 4 here. 5:43 to go in the first half. Still scoreless. Long look over for Riley Martin. Now he has the shotgun snap, going to hand off. Back gets behind the blockers, and now will be wrestled backwards. Jaden Evans on the carry, a gain of about 3 yards. Maddox Randolph amongst those there defensively to make the tackle. 3rd down and 2 here for Smith County. They've been very aggressive on 4th down so far. 5:15 and counting to go in the first half. Snap taken for Martin. He looks over, fires it. Receiver makes the catch, breaks a tackle to the 50, up to the 45 before being caught and wrestled down. Spencer Estes there. And it's another Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate first down. Dalton Hancock there with a tackle defensively. That quick passing game working right now for the Owls. Running game isn't. Quick passing game is. Sometimes that's an extension of that running game.
Exactly.
4.5 to go in the first half. Time ticking away here. Still scoreless. Martin in the gun. Takes the snap. Play fake. Fires into the flat. Receiver makes the catch and gets forward after slipping just a little bit. That's Gage Gibbs. Gain of maybe 3. Second down upcoming here.
Stop number 6, Anthony Fuller.
Mason Greer there amongst the tacklers for Gordonsville. It's actually just going to be a gain of 2. So 2nd and 8 here. 4:02. Get the feeling Smith County may want this to be the last drive of the half, trying to get points going into the break.
And like we've said, keeping the ball away from the teeth of that defense.
2 receivers to the left. Martin in the gun. Has the snap, play fake, fires over. Receivers there in the middle of the field. Bit low of a pass. Did he catch it?
He gave him the catch.
And it is going to be a catch, and Coach Jackson is livid over there on the far sideline. There's been a couple of those that he thought were dropped. They're ruled catches, and it's going to be 3rd down and about 3.5 as the Boo Birds come out with 3:25 to go.
If you were in blue, you didn't think that was a catch.
Nope. Did you ever get those Boo Birds at you? Surely not.
Never. Never. They started booing us when we came out of the locker room. So
they saw your bald head and were like, oh, no, it's over.
Easy.
One receiver each way. Martin in the gun with Evans on his left. Has the snap, going to hand off. Evans breaks 1 tackle. Wiggles upfield near the 32nd effort again. Jaden Evans, he's done that a few times, and I think that is going to get him enough. We'll wait on the official spot as we go under 3 minutes to go.
First down.
And it is enough for another Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate first down. This drive started all the way back on the Smith County 5-yard line with 8 minutes to go in the half. Now with 2:45, they are all the way down to the Gordonsville 28-yard line.
And we just need to expect more of what they're doing. Just throw to the boundaries, quick passes. Defensive line's going to get penetration, so you can't hold the ball too long. Just your quick passing game has really been effective here.
1 receiver each way here. Martin takes the snap. And a handoff to Jaden Evans. Breaks 1 tackle. There's a big hole there. He's to the 20. Evans cuts upfield to the 15 before being slung down. Another Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate first down. The Owls with their best drive of the game so far. They are into the Twin Lakes Catfish Farm red zone. Twin Lakes Catfish Farm in Baxter. A great place to fish, spend the night, enjoy a delicious meal. We appreciate them for being a long-running sponsor here at UCR. 1st and 10 inside the 15. It is all Livingston scoreboard update, 24-0 with 10:40 to go in the second quarter against Trousdale County. One receiver out to the left, 2 to the right, and now we've got a timeout called, and Coach Steven Jackson is not happy with the officials, it looks like, potentially. 1:48 to go. Timeout called on the field. This has been a very impressive drive right now by the Owls.
It has been just methodically taking the ball down the field, but I also do not want to pass up the opportunity. The defensive stand is obviously what gave them this opportunity. So between the defensive stand and just methodically taking the ball down the field, this has just been a really impressive drive by the Owls. I think what the coach from Gordonsville wanted there, the offensive line, they were all kind of going set at different times, and I think he felt as though that they might have been out of rhythm or they may have jumped. But just remember that as long as they don't come back up before the ball snap, and as long as all of them are set for a second before the ball is snapped, they're legal. He might have thought it looked weird, but they were legal.
One receiver out to the right, 2 to the left. In the gun is going to be Riley Martin as we get back to action here. First down and 10. 1:48 to go in the first half. Martin Sends Kaysen in motion, takes the snap, going to hand it off to him. Jermaine Kaysen with blockers in front. He's to the 15, Kaysen to the 10, and he's going to get slung down. Hancock with a touchdown-saving tackle, but they get Jermaine Kaysen in space. And that's a big gain to about the 7-yard line with 1:42 to go in the first half. White County takes a 21-7 lead over on UCR 4.
Hey, let's see if Gordonsville can make the stand right here and match Smith County.
On the other side, exactly right. Smith County got a big stop. Gordonsville looking to do the same. 2nd down and 2. They can get a first down without the touchdown. Martin takes the snap, hands off to Jaden Evans. Evans rumbles to the 3. Jaden Evans to the end zone for the first time this season. Give him 6. Touchdown, Smith County. And Jaden Evans from 7 yards out, and he gives the Smith County Owls a 6-0 lead.
We talked earlier in the game about the youth of the Smith County offensive line and how they kind of had a struggle in that first series, but it took them 95 yards, but they just grew up quite a bit on that drive right there.
Jaden Evans, what a drive that was. 95 yards in 6.5 minutes for Smith County. And now they're kicking it on. Snap, set, kick, no good. And that's been a struggle all offseason for Smith County, trying to find that kicking game. So it stays at 6-0, but the Owls do strike first on their home field. And that's a big touchdown there in a game where points have been at a premium.
Hey, let's remember Gordonsville wins the toss and defers to the second half, so they've got 1:36 plus the first possession of the third quarter. So although you're down 6-0, you still like where you're at with these 2 possessions in a row.
So a back and forth game so far. We finally have points in our first high school football game of the week. And we are finally going to have that Livingston game on momentarily. I just figured out what the issue was there. I've been going silent a few times to fix that. 6-0 to go, 1:36 in this first half. And now we'll see. With Jay Foster in the lineup, 1:36, they're going quick, no problem. We haven't seen that tempo really out of Gordonsville so far. They're going to have to try and go to it. They do get the ball to start the second half, though. An opportunity for a 2-for-1 for Coach Jackson's squad.
You mentioned the Livingston game, getting it on the air. When you get that on the air, there's already been 30 points scored. 30-0 Livingston over Trousdale right now.
Some lopsided games starting to happen across the Upper Cumberland tonight, as is typical with week 1. There are some close ones. Clay County and York are tied up at 14 right now.
In that Livingston game, Caden Weitzel has 4 touchdowns.
That'll get it done. Kickoff is away. This one going to be fielded at about the 13-yard line. Blockers setting up. A little bit of patience there. Now wiggling to the outside at the 25. Great pursuit there for the Owls defensively. Nothing doing on the return. And it's going to be 1st and 10. And we will see if there's any magic in the 2-minute drill here for the Tigers. They try to answer the score. Mason Cross will lead his troops out. And Jay Foster's back there. He's holding the football. You know he wants to play. He's a gamer.
He's not out there because he told Coach he didn't want to play. I promise you that. Coach has probably had to tie a rope around his waist so he doesn't run out on the field.
Snap is taken. It's a bit low. Handoff goes around the right side. Now pulling it up. Taken down at about the 35-yard line. Good gain. Smith County, they will live with that, though. They're trusting that clock to tick down. 1:10 to go. Gordonsville going to have to go up tempo.
Juvenile Williams carries the ball to the 35-yard line. Brought down by number 16, Matt Long.
Snap taken, another handoff goes up the middle, back with the first down and more, pushing past the 40. It's a Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate first down, but it's under 53.8 seconds to go. They stop the clock to reset the chains and then run it. Gordonsville knows they're going to have to hurry up. There goes the clock at 53 seconds.
I believe Gordonsville's only got one timeout.
Two receivers out to the left side, one to the right. Snap is taken. They're going to hand off again, keeping it on the ground past the 45. A couple of men beat to midfield. Stiff shot there, but some physical running being had. It's Bryson Grisham moving his way through, the senior, adding to his good day on the ground. 32 seconds. That was quickly back up to the line goes Gordonsville. Clock running, though, under 30 seconds, and now a timeout will be called. 27 seconds. They're not going to have enough time unless they break a long run to keep it on the ground. At a certain point, they're going to have to air it out.
They are, and they just used their final timeout for the first half. So we got to make a decision right now. If we're good going in where we're at, what you don't want to do is try something crazy and turn the ball over and give Smith County some points before halftime. I expect them to come out, take a knee, run a draw, do something, and go in at halftime down 6-0. However, I've been wrong before, Noah.
Well, you haven't broke out the line for me yet so far this season when it comes to predictions.
I'm going to save that.
For a big moment?
Save it for a big moment. You've got to get something right before I use it.
Well, you usually call the shots before.
Okay, I like it. I like it.
Two receivers to the left. Big moment here. Now a late arrival onto the field here for Gordonsville, right onto the edge of the offensive line. 26.8 on the clock. Snap is taken. They're going to hand it off again. Grisham rumbles up the middle. He's to about the 44-yard line. 20 seconds. They're going to try to run another play quickly here. Snap is taken. Cross is going to spike it into the ground. 10.8 seconds. So Hail Mary or a screen like you said. See if they can pop something. Go into halftime with some momentum in a 6-0 ball game. This has been a dogfight as you would expect.
It has. It's just been the drive by Smith County, but then two plays by Gordonsville, the touchdown called back, and then obviously the turnover at the 5-yard line. I mean, Gordonsville could easily be up 14-0 right now.
And a little prevent here, too high safety look for the Owls with 10.8 seconds to go. Snap is taken a bit low. They are going to pass, dropping back, looking left, stepping up, firing deep downfield. Receiver is there, and it's broken up. Still 4.7 seconds, though. It'll be fourth down and another chance for the Tigers. As Cross tried to fire deep, he was looking for Maddox Randolph, the junior. Jaden Evans, he already has one touchdown. And the big pass break up there, and Riley Martin doesn't play a ton of defense, but he's going to come onto the field here and try to roam that secondary.
As you can hear, Melissa Ring. We found your billfold, and it will be in the concession stand. Melissa Ring.
Two to the right, one to the left. Fourth down and 3 upcoming here. But it's the time that matters, 4.7 seconds. This is going to be, with all likelihood, your final play of this first half. And if you love scoring, not your game. But there's been a lot of different things that have happened in this game so far. Big goal line stand for Smith County, and then they go 95 yards the other way. Huge pass play for Gordonsville. The one time they've really tried to air it out outside of this last-minute scenario, it worked. See if maybe in the second half they go to that. We'll talk about that and more during the Happy Hiller halftime show. We'll go around the state and look at scores around the area. Some big-time matchups happening not only in the Upper Cumberland and beyond. We'll tell you about all of those. We'll talk to Hallie down there on the sideline. See if she can hear me down there. Oh, yeah. We'll talk to Hallie down there on the sideline and see what the feeling is like. Still kind of feels, Jeremy, like these two teams are feeling each other out. They're kind of throwing some jabs. Nobody's hit that haymaker yet. We thought that touchdown could, or that long pass could have been it, but Smith County answered.
And this is what we look for in this rivalry game. Just good line play, just hard-nosed football. And this is exactly why we made this the game of the week tonight. This is why we're here, and we're getting exactly what we signed up for.
So Livingston Trousdale County is live on my page.
Noah
We're about
McKay.
to share it. We're about to share it, but it's live on my page.
NoahMcKay.com.
Yes, it's on my Facebook page. Cross takes the snap. They're going to hand off here. Grisham breaks through a hole, will be caught from behind and taken down. And that will do it. Brings us to the end of the first half, and a very entertaining first half it has been. After 2 quarters, it's Smith County 6, Gordonsville 0. We'll hear a few words from our sponsors, about 5-6 minutes worth, then come back with a Happy Hiller halftime show, take it around the state, look at the scoreboard, and preview the second half. Much more to come tonight in the first high school football game of the week of the season. At the break, Smith County 6, Gordonsville 0. This is the high school football game of the week on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
I work with Warren County Nursery here in McMinnville, Tennessee.
I'm very passionate about the hay because that's how I take care of my cows.
So I farm here with my dad.
We raise primarily corn, soybeans, and wheat.
By having that in my background and knowing what the customer expects, I know how to cater to the customer.
We're here to provide solutions for our customers.
Going through some of those challenging experiences help you understand maybe the position they're coming from.
Can I use your shower again? I can't find anyone to fix it over the weekend.
Yeah, but you should have just called my guy. Hey, Greg.
What's up, Luke?
Can you fix the shower today?
Absolutely.
Even on Sunday?
Of course. No one should go without water. That's why we're here for you. 24/7, 365.
You look ridiculous.
Call the Happy Face Truck today.
Sonia Brown is a full-service realtor and is licensed across the state of Tennessee, listing and selling residential and multifamily, land and farms, commercial and industrial properties. Sonia handles the sale from start to closing and beyond. Let her put her 30-plus years of experience to work for you. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate has been supporting student-athletes in the Upper Cumberland since 1990. You can reach Sonia Brown at 931-979-7145. Sonia Brown, realtor with American Way Real Estate, is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
When you order delivery from Domino's, you can get more than just pizza for $6.99. You can get specialty chicken, savory pastas, oven-baked Parmesan bread bites, molten lava crunch cakes, and medium two-topping pizzas as well. We didn't stop at pizza, and you don't have to either.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student-athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this home on Meadow Road in Cookeville. With 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, this beautiful brick ranch could be your forever home. Call 931-979-1191 for more information and to schedule a showing, or visit chadandamycrouch.com. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Iron Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Iron Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with the UCR team on Tuesday nights at 7, live for the UCR Coaches Show from the rooftop. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Sports and Outdoors in Jamestown is the Upper Cumberland's best sporting goods store. From cleats to camping supplies and everything in between, this family-owned store has it all. Hall Sports and Outdoors is proud to support our community, including student athletes throughout the Upper Cumberland. Stop in at 207 South Main Street or visit their website at hall42.com. Hall Sports and Outdoors is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Amanette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares? What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day. What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
Vinson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
I work with Warren County Nursery here in McMinnville, Tennessee.
I'm very passionate about the hay because that's how I take care of my cows.
So I farm here with my dad.
We raise primarily corn, soybeans, and wheat.
By having that in my background and knowing what the customer expects, I know how to cater to the customer.
We're here to provide solutions for our customers.
Going through some of those challenging experiences help you understand maybe the position they're coming from.
Welcome back. It's time for the Happy Hiller halftime show. Visit happyhiller.com to see how our friends at Hiller can help solve your plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical problems today. That's happyhiller.com. At the break, we got a good one. Smith County leads Gordonsville 6-0. Still anybody's game. Gordonsville will receive the second half kickoff. But first, let's take a look around the state in the Hall Sports and Outdoor Scoreboard. Jeremy, a lot of good games across the state tonight.
Quite a few. Let's go way out East Tennessee. Granger 13-7 over Claiborne in the fourth quarter. Third quarter, Cott County 21, Cherokee 7. Halftime, Cosby 30-7 over Cumberland Gap. Third quarter, David Crockett 20, South Green 13. Farragut leading Dobbins Bennett 20-14. That has got to be a great game. Those are two great programs. That's got to be a great game week one. Science Hill 14, Elizabethton 7. Another great matchup week one. Greenville off their loss to Upperman, up 40-7 over Tennessee, taking out their Upperman frustration on Tennessee. Happy Valley 19, Cloudland 0. Jefferson County 21, Oak Ridge 17 at the half. Huge matchup, Morristown West, Morristown East, similar to the Smith County Gordonsville matchup tonight. East 19, West 14. West and North Green tied at 16. Pigeon Forge 20, Hampton 14. Sevier County 28-7 at the half. Johnson County 39-0 at the half over Sullivan East. Second quarter, Chucky Doak 35-22 over Unaka. Unicoi County 27, Northview Academy 14. Westridge 41, Volunteer 6. Coming back into Middle Tennessee, great matchup. I didn't realize they were playing tonight, but Ravenwood leading Alcoa 20-9 in the fourth quarter. That is a great matchup for week one. William Blunt 36-6 over Austin East. Bledsoe County, Sequatchie County, 13-7 Bledsoe at halftime. Morgan Wallenville and Kenny Chesneyville. Gibbs up 34-0 over Union County. Harriman 26-14 over Kingston. Knox Central 17, Fulton 6 in the third quarter. Surprise, Maryville's good again. 44-0 over Heritage in the fourth quarter. Oliver Springs 17. This is surprising. Listen to this. Oliver Springs at the half, 17. South Pittsburgh 0. Don't know how those rosters set up, but defending state champ, perennial state championship contender, down 17-0 at a half to Oliver Springs. Polk County 40, Copper Basin 0 at the half. Oneida 21-7 over Rockwood in the third quarter. Gatlinburg Pittman 24-15 over Seymour at halftime. Lenore City over South Dole 27-0 in the third quarter. Marion County over East Ridge, 33-0, almost halftime. East Robertson, Smith County's bitter rivalry. We're going to see that matchup in several weeks. What a great matchup. 23-0 over Liberty Creek, almost halftime. Grace Baptist, 42-0 over Lookout Valley in the second quarter. The only final I see on the board right now, Loudon, 42-6 over Greenback. I wonder if that was last night. Signal Mountain, 28-7 over McMinn Central. Nolensville over Rockville, 7-6, late second quarter. Sweetwater, 28-14 over Sequoia, almost halftime. Our score at half, Smith County 6, Gordonsville 0. Surprise for the night so far is Livingston 37-0, almost halftime over Trousdale. Not because we didn't think Livingston would be improved, but that game was 9-0 last year, and we turn around and don't know the details of that, but either Livingston is much better than we anticipated or Trousdale still kind of trying to get off the bus and try to figure out what they're going to do this season. Barn burner in Clay County with Casey Bolden and Jack Bolden on the call. 22-21, almost halftime, York ahead. DeKalb County 14-7, second quarter over Warren. Again, a surprise to me. I had no question that Upperman would be good. I knew they would be good, but also thought Fayetteville would be a good opponent. It's 34-0 at the half. And to me, my surprise is more on Fayetteville's side, not on Upperman's side, because I knew Upperman would be good, but Fayetteville is just surprising me they're not putting up a good fight.
You know, it's interesting. By the way, all games live across our network tonight. And by the way, it's not on Josh and Colin over in Livingston. They were dealt a bad hand by me. So that's on me, not on them. But we're all live right now, and Livingston's housing Trousdale County, as you said. 34-0 is crazy. Let's be honest. Fayetteville has a 3-star quarterback and a couple of really good weapons, and Upperman went down there. We talked this morning on UC Game Day morning, and I said, I'm not sure, is this team going to have as big of a chip on their shoulders as a year ago? It was 7-0 at halftime a year ago.
And again, I'm make no mistake, I knew Upperman was going to be good, but my surprise is Fayetteville just not putting up a fight. And here's a score interesting for next week with Upperman. Let me get back to that. Lebanon. Lebanon on top of Antioch 15-6.
That's an interesting game. We'll see them next
very
week.
Interesting matchup.
Next week's high school football game of the week. We're going
Has that
to
been
Lebanon.
Announced?
We're announcing it right now. We're going to Lebanon. Upperman against Lebanon at Lebanon, which appears to be a really good matchup.
Great matchup.
Maybe
Great
Upperman
matchup.
may just be.
Halftime 14-6, Cavaliers over Stone Memorial. I pegged that to be probably Cookeville with a little bit more of an extended lead there. But here's the thing I've learned about Derek Samber at Stone. He's a great coach.
Hey, you know what I'm impressed with most? That 14. That shows me that Stone's been able to limit some of that explosive running attack that Cookeville's had with an undersized offensive line and defensive line. I think that's the most impressive part about that. You got a feeling if Stone can keep that a one-possession game, they could try and maybe steal that at the end. That's pretty impressive to me. They've been able to limit that offense the way they have so far.
And I'll guarantee you there's probably not a coach with a deeper playbook than Derek Samber. If he's got a one-score deficit in the fourth quarter, there is no telling what he's going to pull out of that magic bag.
Yeah, absolutely. No doubt about it. Noah Potter, their new quarterback in there. So it doesn't surprise me that it's taking their offense a little bit, and that defense is tough to move the ball against. But good for Stone to keep that game close so far. We'll keep you updated on it.
Getting out of our area just a little bit more. Stewart's Creek, 19-14 over Tullahoma at the half. Summertown, 14-0 over Lawrence County. Great matchup in the first round.
Great matchup.
Great matchup. Week one, McKenzie and Huntington tied at 14 at the half. Man, that would be a great game to be at. I love high school football, Noah. Did
it's
I say?
Unbelievable.
Did I?
I love
I've
it
already
too, man.
said that.
I love it too, man. It's awesome.
USJ 28-6 over Peabody, almost halftime. Perry County over Greenfield 10-7. Bartlett over MUS 7-0. second quarter score. All right, Noah.
What you got?
I'm down to this.
Oh, I got it. Hang on.
You got this,
We're
Noah?
not going to worry about Division II. Congratulations on your money. That's a take a look around the state at the scoreboard. Hallie Ledbetter, can you hear me? All right, hang on. Let me make sure we can all hear Hallie. All right, Hallie Ledbetter on the sideline. Dogfight down there. What's the feeling on the sideline right now?
You should see how many security guards are surrounding the field because they feel like the crowds are about to meet in the middle. And I think it is too. I wish you could be down here. I can hear players on the field yelling at each other, but, you know, they're maintaining sportsmanlike conduct, like, really, really well. I will say that, but the energy is just different. It is different than any game that I've been to last year, different than any game I've ever played in myself. I've never
You played in a state championship game.
Yes, but it wasn't a close game, so we can't call it a fun game to watch like this one. But the energy is definitely different. I can literally feel the ground shaking when both sides of the fans are in the game, and they have been in the game since kickoff, and they will be throughout the entire game, regardless of the score.
Is there a nervousness down there on the field? Feels like up here these two teams we've been kind of throwing jabs at each other a little bit. We haven't seen that big haymaker yet. Is there a little bit of tension down there on the field specifically?
Honestly, they've kept their composure really well. I can't see maybe the coaches. The players are keeping their composure. The coaches may be a little nervous, but they're not showing it either. On the field, you can see a little bit of tension, but we knew that going into the game that big rivalry, it's going to have a lot of tension. It's going to have a lot of extracurriculars, as you like to say, on the field, and we're seeing a lot of that. I don't know if you can see up there, but there should be a lot of flags being thrown, but I think they're kind of holding off on that because the game would not be finished until 12 o'clock tonight if that was so.
Hey, from one rivalry to another, tomorrow night Hallie will be there, I'll be there, Jacob Vinson will be there from Lafayette. Another big-time rivalry. This one, and we've got that one up there, another near border battle. Westmoreland comes to town to take on the Macon County Tigers. With how good Upperman looks tonight, I think a lot of eyes will be on Macon County to see if they can match what the Bees are doing. By the way, in 2 weeks, we've got a high school football game of the week doubleheader. We will be in Baxter for that game, Upperman, Macon County. Jacob and Coach Shanks will be in Cookeville for Cookeville Sparta. Both those two teams are up right now at halftime. What a week 3 slate we've got. We got to get to that first. We're excited for next week's slate. But my goodness, do we have a few really fun games, and including tomorrow night, Macon County, Westmoreland, live, UCR Facebook page, 7 o'clock, and at 4:15 we'll be there for the live game day show. And we've got a few fun things planned for that game day show. I told Jeremy what we were going to do. I think we're going to get the people talking, no doubt about it. Thanks, Hallie. The teams have come out, and we've had that fake timer up of 20 minutes for halftime. They always had 3 more. Okay, referee.
Okay.
I don't know if we got to this last year. So the bands were off the field 8 minutes ago, Jeremy, which, by the way, we'd love to play the band. Remember, we can't because they're playing copyrighted music. Please save your angry emails for the year. We didn't get a lot last year, thankfully. I would love to play the bands. I promise I would love to play the bands. That's why we don't show the bands, because we get kicked off the air when we actually are able to get on the air. Why in the world do teams get an extra 3 minutes to come out? Why don't they come out with 3 minutes on the clock and warm up, Jeremy?
It's just an NFHS mandatory warm-up time.
Well, why is that not at the end of the halftime? You see what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, but they set the 15 or the 20 minutes in preparation for bands, in preparation for, if they have a senior night or homecoming or something like that. But they also, and again, when I refereed, you would come into a game, and I had seen times where the band played past the 20 minutes. So you never know. And the thing you don't want to do is, because there's parents in the stands that have came to watch their kids in the band, you don't want to rush them. And if their production was short, so be it. If their production ran 22 minutes, let the kids play. And let's go.
All right, let's talk football. Interesting first half there. Gordonsville looked like they were going to strike. They hit the big pass play downfield, over 80 yards. They get it to 2nd and goal at the 1, 3rd and goal from the 1, bobbled snap, turnover. Smith County answers and goes 95 yards. What is something you're looking for out of the Gordonsville offense? We know it's no Jay Foster. It certainly appears tonight. Mason Cross only had a few opportunities to throw the football. put one on it on that deep ball. What are you expecting Gordonsville to try to do, particularly early in this half as they try to make sure they're not down for a long period of time?
To me, I think you go back to what they were doing in the first quarter. They don't. I don't count the last drive of the second half because they had time against them and they had to do things a little different. But, oh, my gosh, I can't believe I'm going to say this. I hope Justin is not listening, but they need to stay on schedule. I cannot believe I'm saying that. But they've got their script. They know what they want to do. Here's what they're doing. They're methodically running the ball, trying to catch Smith County asleep, throw something over the top. So at the end of the day, I thought that was you.
I know.
I thought, what are you doing?
Hey, first of all, one of the awesome things about this, I would just like to point out a couple of things, Jeremy.
Uh-huh.
Let me ask you a question. How full was that visitor grandstand?
90%.
Pretty full. Pretty full. And that's at halftime, so there's people walking around, right? This one down here, pretty full, right?
Pretty full.
Yeah. There was a big line to get in, right? Look behind us, all those people.
Absolutely.
Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people are streaming this game. 5 outlets are streaming this game. Think Smith County's going to make some money tonight, Jeremy?
Good for them.
Great for them.
And a minute ago, the crew beside us said something, and I thought it was Noah, and I thought he didn't have his headset on. I thought, what is he? I thought he's yelling at somebody.
So my point is, if you build it, they will come. If you've got a good football game, good football teams, you can put ESPN in here, and people are going to show up.
Absolutely.
Some people need to hear that. All right, when we get into the second half, Smith County, on the other hand, interesting. They've shown signs of life on offense, but not running the football. It's been that quick passing game. I would imagine we're probably going to see a lot of that in the second half.
I think what they did in their first drive is they were wanting to run the football, and they realized that their young offensive line just wasn't having a lot of success against the Gordonsville defensive line. So what do great coaches do? They mix their game plan up a little bit, and the quick passes out into the boundary eliminates that pass rush. They found some success there, but in that 95-yard drive, like I said in the first half, that offensive line grew up quite a bit. And let's just see, when they get the ball for the first time in the third quarter, let's see if they can kind of maintain that success on the offensive line.
2 quarters to decide a winner. It's the high school football game of the week. I'm Noah McKay, Jeremy Tollis, and Hallie Ledbetter on the sideline. The lovely Madison McKay producing things for us once again here, live from the Black Hole in Smith County. Owls kicking left to right on your screen. Tigers going right to left. It is a bitter rival. I say it all the time, and certain times I mean it more than others. These two teams do not like each other. Smith County trying to make it 3 straight. Gordonsville trying to get back in the win column and win 3 of their last 5 against the Owls after a stretch in the early 2000s where they couldn't buy a win. They've been much more competitive. We've got ourselves a good game tonight. It's why we are here, and we're sure glad that you're along with us wherever you're watching around the area. Let's play a second half in the high school football game of the week. Kicking it on here for the Owls as we get back to action. 75 degrees at kickoff. A driven kick going to be fielded at the 14-yard line. That is Hancock on the catch to the 20. He's got blockers in front to the 25. He's to the 30. He's to the 35. He's to the 40. And it's going to be tremendous field position for Gordonsville. Very similar to how Smith County returned the opening kickoff. Gage Gibbs, who returned that kickoff, makes the tackle. But it is Dalton Hancock with the big return. 1st and 10 Tigers on their own 44-yard line.
And again, what do you want? You want a big return. You're at the 44, everything you want. I just got a text message from someone. It wasn't Justin that said, I can't believe you just said keep on schedule.
2
Can't believe
receivers
it.
to the left, 1 to the right. Mason Cross, in the backfield, takes the snap, going to hand off to Grisham. Big hole for him to rumble through, and that's a gain of about 9.5, maybe 10 yards. We'll wait on the spot. One thing that's been very impressive so far, the Gordonsville offensive line has opened up holes for their backs to run through.
They have, and Smith County, correct me if I'm wrong, returning 11 out of 12 starters? Or 10 out of 11 starters?
They lose 10 out of 11 starters
on
off
defense.
Last year's team on defense. They return a lot on offense, but that's one of those, they have the size but not the experience of that group from the last couple of years that have made a couple of runs through the playoffs. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Snap taken again to hand off to Grisham. Again, there's a blocker in front. He's going to get hit and taken down, but not before moving the chains on Asanya Brown with American Way Real Estate. 1st down. Gordonsville starting out this half the way they want to. They want to be able to keep this football on the ground, protect their inexperienced signal caller, and make it a lot easier for them there in the backfield.
And they've got the right guy with Grisham. I'm telling you, just a hard-nosed runner. And it seems like, hey, they'll take 3 or 4 yards of carry and just take – they want to match the drive that Smith County had.
2 to the left, 1 to the right. Snap is taken. Handoff goes to Grisham again. It's blocked up. He has another hole to rumble through. He's past the 40, past the 35, a gain of 12, and another Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate. First down for Gordonsville. Paxton Hicks there on the tackle. Interesting there, that motion across, getting very close to moving forward at the snap. That's what you can't do. Is that right, Jeremy?
Absolutely. And the official that sees his back is the one that makes that call. And if he cuts up, you let the play go, but obviously it's illegal motion.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. First down and 10:34 to go here in the third quarter. Just getting underway in the second. We'll get the scoreboard updated here momentarily. It's week 1 for me, too. Here we go. Snap taken. Another handoff this time. New back in the backfield. Going to get hit and taken down immediately. Nothing doing that time. Jamario Williams, the junior, trying to spell Grisham, who's been really effective. It's going to be second down and 10. And there's Gage Gibbs again. No, Gibbs and Howell really been standouts on defense so far for Smith County.
And listen, Gibbs coming in from the strong safety there and just laying the lumbers. Read and run. But there again, they're running the ball 95% of the time. So when he sees run, he's going to sell out from that safety, come in there and lay the lumber.
Gordonsville looking to avoid what happened in their last big drive where they stalled out and turned the football over. This time rumbling through is Williams. Breaks a couple of tackles and will be drugged down. The Owls trying to rip that football away, unable to do so that time. And it's going to be third down and about 3 yards, and here comes Grisham back into the game.
I actually thought Howell had the ball out for a second.
I've seen that all night. They're trying to reach in there and rip that football away.
Listen to this on the PA. This environment is awesome.
It is what high school football is all about is this. You know, the concession stand has a line that's going to last till tomorrow. Snap is taken. Handoff goes to Grisham. Grisham tries to get low. He's pushing the pile forward. Depends on the spot.
Gave him a first down.
Far side official has him with enough. Near side, it's close. We'll wait and see who wins that one. And they give it to the near side official, so it's not clear cut yet. And we may have to measure this one for the first time this year. Wyatt Claywell there defensively, and we are going to have to measure this one. I mentioned you talked that far side official had him clearly there. What's the protocol on that for our officiating expert?
As soon as you see who's going to take it, the other one tries to peel off. I think the head linesman did peel off a little bit. Okay, Nostradamus, what do you have here?
And they have already decided, forget it, move the chains. For Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate first down, that's what I would predict. He brought out Nostradamus for the first time. I got to get a nickname for you.
Now I'm mad at John Young. He gives us a measurement, and then I use my line, and he takes it away from me.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I promise you I would have said it was going to be a first down.
Hold on. We've stopped the clock.
And now we've had a few play clock issues.
Reset the play clock.
It is week 1 for everybody, us included. First and 10 from the 24. Gordonsville's most sustained drive of the game. They had a big play earlier, but they're moving the ball here. Snap is taken. Handoff goes to Grisham again. He's hit and cut down after a gain of maybe a yard. And I can see it now, the jawing starting to begin down there on the field. Bryson Halliburton, the junior, 278 pounds, plugging up the middle of the defensive line.
The penetration by Halliburton right there was very impressive, very impressive. Shed his blocker, took the runner head on, and listen, you don't want to take Grisham head on.
No, you do
Grisham's going to win most one-on-one battles, and Halliburton was like, hey, this is my time right here.
Hey, I'll take one on the chin. Bryson Grisham's a player we got to talk more about. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He has the football again. He rumbles again. Big stiff arm, but he is caught and drugged down. Ethan Montgomery, big number 74. You got 5'11", 285. Right next to him is 6'2", 278. That's big in 2A football especially. Third down and 7 here. It's 4-down territory for the Tigers.
Grisham reminds me of, and I'm going to tell you for 3 reasons. 1 is the way he runs. 2 is his number. And 3 is his hair. Eddie Lacy. I think of Eddie Lacy out there whenever I watch him play.
Coach Jackson's thinking 2 plays for 7 yards here, no doubt about it. They're in no man's land out there. And you're about to hear the cowbell ringing beneath us in Smith County. The student section's right next to where this play's happening. Snap is taken, dropping back to pass, looking over to his right, rolling out, being pressured. Now he fires, it's tipped and caught, making the catch to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, to the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Tigers. Maddox Randolph tips it to himself and sprints into the end zone, and we're tied at 6.
And again, you talked about it a few minutes ago, Smith County's kicking game missed the extra point, kicked it straight into the defensive line. I mean, this field goal right here could be the game. This extra point could be the deciding factor of the game.
Kicking it on here for Gordonsville to try and take the lead, and that was no gimme. Randolph had to tip it up, and he able to make the catch, and it's a touchdown pass for Mason Cross, who extended the play. Big kick here. Snap, hold, kick is good. 7:19 to go in the third quarter. Gordonsville on the road is struck. It's 7-6. We'll take a quick break and be right back. This is the high school football game of the week on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Can I use your shower again? I can't find anyone to fix it over the weekend.
Yeah, but you should have just called my guy. Hey, Greg.
What's up, Luke?
Can you fix the shower today?
Absolutely.
Even on Sunday?
Of course. No one should go without water. That's why we're here for you. 24/7, 365.
You look ridiculous.
Call the Happy Face Truck today.
Sonia Brown is a full-service realtor and is licensed across the state of Tennessee, listing and selling residential and multifamily, land and farms, commercial and industrial properties. Sonia handles the sale from start to closing and beyond. Let her put her 30-plus years of experience to work for you. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate has been supporting student-athletes in the Upper Cumberland since 1990. You can reach Sonia Brown at 931-979-7145. Sonia Brown, realtor with American Way Real Estate, is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back to the high school football game of the week. Now, here's Noah McKay, Jeremy Tallison, and Hallie Ledbetter.
Welcome back. What a game it has been so far, and Gordonsville has their first lead, 7-6 on the touchdown by Randolph. Tipped it to himself. And now Smith County looking for the answer at the 20, at the 25. Stiff arm to the 30. Still on his feet. Being wrestled down at the 30-yard line. Good pursuit there from the Tigers. 7:09 to go. Hallie, what's the feeling down there right now for Smith County? Any deflation on that sideline?
I think that they have kept their energy this entire time. Even when plays like what just happened with Gordonsville happened, I did not see any heads hang. They've done really, really, really well with keeping their composure, and honestly, I've seen the same on Gordonsville's side. I've not really seen a lot of, bad energy coming from that side either. Definitely not the fans. I know you can hear them up there, but I've seen really good energy from both teams, and I think they're just both really excited to start the season.
Thanks, Hallie. Two mentally tough teams so far in this one. Smith County being put to the test. A young Owls team now. Riley Martin in the gun, looking for the answer. Going to hand off to Jaden Evans. He's going to get hit and taken down immediately. And once again, Spencer Pipes. And this young man is having himself a day. At least 6 solo tackles so far for Spencer Pipes.
Hey, update from Stone Memorial. Cookville takes the opening kickoff of the third quarter, returns it for a touchdown. Cookville over the Panthers right now, 21-6, early in the third quarter. Hey, let's see what this offensive line from Smith County can do. Their last drive, they just dominated. Let's go.
Two receivers stacked to the right, one to the left. Snap taken. Look at that quick game again, and it works. Pass is caught, and they get those lost yards back and then some, as it's going to be third and manageable now as they fire over quickly. And making the catch is Gage Gibbs, who's starting to have a good game. Hallie, you had something on Ethan Montgomery down there on the sideline.
He seemed to be having a couple of issues. I think they sorted it out. He was laying down for a solid 5 minutes with the trainers helping him out. I'm not really sure what the injury was, but he's back up on his feet.
We haven't seen the cramping issue that usually rears its ugly head week one. We'll see if that starts at any point in time. 3rd down and 3 here. Snap is taken late, and it's a false start. Riley Martin was ready for it. That may be one that's a false start on everybody but the center there. And that turns it from a 3rd and 3 to a 3rd and 8, and that's a big get, and that'll get those milk jugs on the other side really working for the Tiger faithful.
It will, and you hear, like you said, the tagline on everybody but the center, but when that happens, it is the center.
I love it when the officials actually just say that. Everybody but the center.
Oh, yeah.
Big crowd tuning in online. We welcome you in on the main UCR Facebook page and those of you watching on the Hub Plus Roku app with our friends at Cookeville Communications. You can also listen to the Cookeville and Upperman games, Cookeville on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub, and, of course, the Upperman game on 106.1 The Eagle. Riley Martin takes the snap, 3rd and 8, play fake. He's being pressured, looking for the screen. Receiver makes the catch, and now he's going to get crunched. The ball pops out late. It's recovered by the Owls. That is tackle football. A stiff shot leveled. It's 4th down and 3, and probably punting time here for Coach Matt Dyer. Right now, nobody's left. It's at least hard count time as we go under 5 to play in the 3rd quarter.
And again, you can go out here and hard count if you want to, but if you have to burn a timeout, these timeouts are going to be a premium in a tight ball game like this, so that they're going for it.
They break the huddle, trying to get set up quickly. Gordonsville a little bit confused. Martin does take the snap. Handoff goes to Evans. We've got a flag down. Evans is stuffed. He's short. We'll wait on the flag, probably motion.
It will be. It's going to be against the offense. Gordonsville's going to decline it, and it'll be Gordonsville's ball. But when you see a flag come out like that, they let the play go on. Like you said, it's going to be a motion penalty. And I don't think everybody was set.
They're trying to make sure it's not a 1st down, and I will tell you this. That spot is a lot closer than I thought it was. They're going to measure this first. We think the penalty is going to go against Smith County. So here, Jeremy, safe to assume if it's a 1st down, they'll accept the penalty. If it's short, they'll decline it, and it'll be Gordonsville football.
Correct. Man, you're good.
Contrary to what some believe, I do have a general idea of the rules.
You know the difference between a football and a basketball.
Yes.
At minimum.
A lot of people in your former profession disagree with that, but that's okay. They all come of age, just like you had. Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
It's short.
Yeah, I believe so as well. They're not going to have to pull it that far, but here you go. Look at Madison McKay. Get it up close and personal. And the is illegal shift. It was declined. And how quickly has momentum shifted in this football game? At half, Smith County goes 95 yards. At the end of the half, they lead 6-0. Gordonsville goes and scores. Now a turnover on downs. 1st and 10 Tigers, and they're on the Smith County 41-yard line.
And you get a feel that if Smith County or Gordonsville goes up by more than one score, it could be ball game.
You've got to tip your cap so far to that Gordonsville run defense. Once again, they tried to go quickly up the middle. They got a little bit of a push, but the Tigers stoned them right there for a minimal gain. 1st and 10, and we'll see now if they air it out a little bit more after the touchdown pass or they go right back to the ground. Mason Cross, the quarterback, Grisham in the backfield with him. Snap is taken. Handoff goes to Grisham. Grisham shimmies his way past the 40. He loves those jump cuts. It's a gain of 4. He's going to be sniffing 100 yards rushing if he's not there already. It's 2nd down and 5.
Grisham has such a nice blend of being shifty, but when he wants to go power, he can go power. You typically don't see high school running backs that have that full gauntlet. He could just break out the bag and do anything he wants to, but I'm telling you, he's impressive. He's really impressive.
Yes, he's one of those, I don't get to watch a lot of games from Hallie's perspective anymore. Back I used to when I was writing out on the sideline. Last week in that jamboree, he ran by and he went, that's an impressive athlete right there. 2nd down, dropping back to pass. In the flat, they go to him, and he dropped it right through the hands. It's a tough catch, working over away from your body. Good throw by Mason Cross, and now it's 3rd and 5. The Owls defense looking for a stop, and the cowbell is about to come out in droves.
I'll tell you who else I'm impressed with so far tonight is Mason Cross.
Absolutely.
He is in a tough situation, not knowing if you're going to start or what. He has managed this offense very well.
3rd down and 5 upcoming here. If they get any positive yards, you may be looking at 4-down territory.
Huge play for Smith County's defense.
Only 15 seconds on the play clock, down to 12, and it's probably going to be timeout time for Steven Jackson. And they're going to have to get ready quickly. 8 seconds, 7. He's walking towards the official. Cross, motions people across.
They got to get a timeout.
They're going to have to burn the timeout, and they do as the play clock down to 1. Took too long to get the play in. Those are big timeouts depending on what happens over the next 15 minutes.
Huge timeout. And, it took a while to get the play in, but then you have where you set up in one formation and then try to shift to another one. So not only The time was off, but the play that was sent in with that time had no choice but to take the time out.
6 games live right now. One is on my Facebook page. Don't friend me. I can't get through them all. I would love to friend everybody, but I got like 18,000 friend requests, so I don't want you to be offended. It's nothing personal, but it's on my personal Facebook page, so enjoy that for a minute. My privacy settings are pretty good. 3:55 to go in the quarter. This is a huge play in this game. 3rd down. Huge. And coming up next week for these two teams, a couple of different tests. For Gordonsville, they go to Watertown. For Smith County, they welcome in the DeKalb County Tigers next week, a team they were victorious against last year. We'll get a score update from there when we can on DeKalb County against Warren County. Cumberland County rolling Scott 24-0. Good for Coach Rapaski and the Jets.
Absolutely.
3rd and 5 here out of the timeout. 3 men motion across the line to flip the set. Cross takes the snap, got a handoff. This is Williams. Williams breaks 1 tackle. Now he's trying to push forward, forced backwards, and once again, we're going to wait on the spot.
It's close. Looks to be a little bit short, 4th down, but it's a half a yard.
And now this is where they got close enough where they'll no doubt go for it. Jamario Williams, he's been in to kind of spell Bryson Grisham at times in this game. We thought we may see Lee Spurlock. Haven't seen a ton of him yet. He's out there, but he's playing more of that up back role. Fourth down and 1, snap taken, handoff goes to Williams. Williams, he has the first down and more, breaks through the hole, and he's past the 25. It's a Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate, first down. And Gordonsville's offense is moving here in the second half.
He got to the second level quick there. Safeties had to step up, save a touchdown. But the defensive line just kind of sold out to try to stop them from getting that half yard, and he just bust right through.
Don't forget, join us later on tonight for the Friday Night End Zone Show as the snap's taken. Handoff goes to Jamario Williams again. Bounces to the outside, breaks a tackle to the 20. He's to the 15, and he is crunched down out of bounds. Cole Hackett there defensively from the safety spot. But into the Twin Lakes Catfish Farm red zone go the Tigers. They're right to the 10-yard line. 1st and goal. And now Owl slow to get up on the other side. Training staff will head over there, so we'll take a quick break and come right back. This is the high school football game of the week on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
Welcome back. It is Cole Hackett. He made the tackle, and he's a bit slow to get up, but he's walking off the field under his own power. We've been able to avoid the injury bug for the most part in this game. Obviously hope it's nothing serious for that young man here in week 1 after making a really solid tackle. I'm Noah McKay, joined by Jeremy Tollison, Hallie Ledbetter on the sideline, Madison McKay producing things for us. Hey, join us tomorrow night. Macon County, Westmoreland, Gabe Borders, back-to-back Mr. Football finalist. He's trying to finish the job this year. We'll see him in action tomorrow, live on the main page and YouTube channel.
Grisham's back in.
Bryson Grisham back in after getting a quick breather. And, of course, he has the football. He wiggles behind the blockers and now gets hit and driven down. It was 1st and goal. Now it's going to be 2nd and goal from about the 6.5-yard line. You mentioned Eddie Lacey. A little Le'Veon Bell there with that patience behind the blockers. When you make that comparison to what these guys run like, Bryson Grisham having a good game, potentially. leader in the clubhouse for the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game that Jeremy's going to have to decide during the post-game show coming up. So stick around for that. Hallie will be joined by the winning coach as well for a live interview on the field.
I'm not afraid of the pressure of picking that.
You know, the only thing you can't do is pull a Buddy Pearson, which is the entire offensive line gets it or everybody on the team gets it. It's player of the game. 2nd down and 6.
We love Buddy.
We do. Handoff goes to Grisham. He breaks a tackle to the 5. Another tackle to the 3. And he pushes forward to the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Tigers. Bryson Grisham stumbles and rumbles for 7 yards, breaking tackles and carrying defenders forward. Gordonsville with 13 unanswered points, and they're going to kick the extra point. We talked about whether or not they would go for 2 or not during that break. If they were to score, you can go for 2 and make it a 2-possession game. They're going to try to go for 1 and make it an 8-point game.
And I think that's the right choice because if Smith County scores.
Snap, set, kick, no good. Big miss there.
Huge miss.
That's part of the risk that you run. But the touchdown for Bryson Grisham makes it 13-6. This is the high school football game of the week on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
I work with Warren County Nursery here in McMinnville, Tennessee.
I'm very passionate about the hay because that's how I take care of my cows.
So I farm here with my dad.
We raise primarily corn, soybeans, and wheat.
By having that in my background and knowing what the customer expects, I know how to cater to the customer.
We're here to provide solutions for our customers.
Going through some of those challenging experiences help you understand maybe the position they're coming from.
Can I use your shower again? I can't find anyone to fix it over the weekend.
Yeah, but you should have just called my guy. Hey, Greg.
What's up, Luke?
Can you fix a shower today?
Absolutely.
Even on Sunday?
Of course. No one should go without water. That's why we're here for you. 24/7, 365.
You look ridiculous.
Call the Happy Face Truck today.
Hey guys, it's Jason Fye, General Manager of the Watson Chevrolet. You're watching the high school football game of the week on the Watson Chevrolet UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. A big touchdown run for Bryson Grisham, and it's 13 unanswered for Gordonsville. But they elect to kick the extra point. It's no good, so it's 13-6 in a 7-point game. Jermaine Cayson's got an opportunity out of return. Kaysen to the 30. He wiggles upfield to the 30 again. Now he's trying to reverse field. Kaysen going around the world, spins back. He's going the wrong direction. He breaks a tackle, though. He's at the 25. He's at the 30, and he's taken down. A couple of times it looked like he was going to break it. Instead, it's just a lot of running for a normal return to the 31-yard line. And it reads 14-6 on the screen. I don't think that's correct, Jeremy. I think it's 13-6. That kick was no good.
Correct.
Unless I'm losing my mind. All right, we're going to say ours is right. 13-6 here.
Christopher McLean was happy to make that tackle. I'm sure they were winded. He recovers the kick, runs 172 yards, and gets a 4-yard return.
Join us Tuesday night live from the rooftop of Fire and Vine for the UCR Coaches Show, and they are going to fix the scoreboard here. It reads the wrong score, and that's important because if that goes on much longer, people will forget and then lose it when it goes back to the correct score. Anyway, 7 o'clock, live from the rooftop. Jacob and I will talk about this game, every other game this week, preview and predict next week's slate, and there's some eye-catching results. Livingston hammering Trousdale County. Upperman destroying Fayetteville tonight on the road at Fayetteville. Of course, this one, who knows how it's going to go. White County in a fight. Cookeville and Stone in a fight. We'll talk about all of them and more. And of course, our game tomorrow night between Macon County and Westmoreland.
Remember York and Clay County in a dogfight.
That's right, York and Clay. So many good games. We're going to talk about them tonight in the End Zone Show.
Did not change the score.
They are trying to. Now it's up the wrong direction.
27.
It's going to, Gordonsville loves it. Pistol set. Kaysen in the backfield now. They hand off to him, and Gordonsville blows it up. The single biggest difference in this game tonight, Jeremy Tollefson, has been the play of Bobby Cripps, Will George, and Sean Benton up front, followed up by Spencer Pipes in the middle. The defensive line for Gordonsville is controlling this football game.
They are, and again, we talk about the inexperience of the Smith County offensive line, but Coach Dyer he's got to go with that outside quick stuff again, and he's got to neutralize this pass rush.
Riley Martin in the gun. He takes the snap, looks left, fires left. Receiver makes the catch, and he's cut down. Anthony Fuller, the junior, 5'10", 155 pounds, makes the tackle. He takes down Spencer Estes. And with 44 seconds to go in the third quarter, it's 3rd and 10, and it's gut check time for Smith County. The third quarter has been dominated by the Tigers.
And you don't want to feel like this is ball game because it's only a one-score game, but they've got to flip the momentum a little bit here.
One receiver out to the right, one to the left. Big moment here. Snap is taken. Martin dropping back to pass. 5-step drop. Fires on the comeback. Claywell makes the catch. Claywell comes back. He had the first down yardage. He backed up to the 41. So it's going to be 4th and 2 when we open up the fourth quarter. The Owls are going to go for it with potentially the game on the line. At the end of 3, it's Gordonsville 13. And we're going to have an official timeout before we get there for a measurement. So we will have to wait and see. So we will wait and see on the measurement, but there's 0.7 seconds, so then it's going to go into the third quarter. They're going to run that clock, so we'll go ahead and take it into the fourth quarter. Here are a few words from our sponsors. This is going to be short and be 4th down, in my opinion. This is the high school football game of the week, and you're watching it on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. Sonia Brown is a full-service realtor and is licensed across the state of Tennessee, listing and selling residential and multifamily, land and farms, commercial and industrial properties. Sonia handles the sale from start to closing and beyond. Let her put her 30-plus years of experience to work for you. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate has been supporting student-athletes in the Upper Cumberland since 1990. You can reach Sonia Brown at 931-979-7145. Sonia Brown, realtor with American Way Real Estate, is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
When you order delivery from Domino's, you can get more than just pizza for $6.99. You can get specialty chicken, savory pastas, oven-baked Parmesan bread bites, molten lava crunch cakes, and medium 2-topping pizzas as well. We didn't stop at pizza, and you don't have to either.
All Sports and Outdoors in Jamestown is the Upper Cumberland's best sporting goods store. From cleats to camping supplies and everything in between, this family-owned store has it all. All Sports and Outdoors is proud to support our community, including student-athletes throughout the Upper Cumberland. Stop in at 207 South Main Street or visit their website at hall42.com. All Sports and Outdoors is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Amanette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Welcome back. Huge start to this fourth quarter. It is 4th down and 1. Smith County's already gone for it once in the half. They were stopped. Here, they need it to try and get back into the game, trailing by 7. Snap taken, play fake. Riley Martin's going to keep it himself. The gap is closing to the 40. He's tripped up, but he got enough for a Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate first down, using his long frame to get there and move the chains.
It seemed to me he was expecting to hand the jet off there, and I don't know if the slot got the wrong play in or forgot what they were doing, but Riley Martin standing with the ball and is just shocked that he didn't take it from him.
Well, we thought this could be one of the best versions of this rivalry when you looked at the two rosters. It's living up to it so far. Right now, though, Gordonsville has the momentum. That first down, we'll see if it calms Smith County down a little bit here in the final quarter.
Let's look for these quick passes to the boundary again. That's what's been effective for Smith County tonight.
One receiver to the left, one to the right. Martin takes the snap, and we've got a whistle. Delay of game. So they get the first down, and it'll back them up. Penalties are hurting Smith County right now.
Yeah, and the officials called a couple of holds early in the game, but for the most part, I think they've kind of stayed out of the way and let the two teams play. But both teams have played fairly clean as well.
Yeah, we haven't seen any of those, late kind of ticky-tack personal fouls that can really change a game up a little bit.
I think part of that is they know, especially inside the county, how important this game is to have the bragging rights for the next 12 months.
Yeah, it's a non-region game. This is a critically important one, though, for those bragging rights indeed. It's the battle for this county.
Exactly.
The Gordonsville people call Smith County Carthage. As the snap is taken, handoff goes to Evans. Evans gets behind the blockers. He pushes forward, makes up the penalty yardage. One of the best inside runs of the game for Smith County. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to be 2nd down and 8.
That's what I was going to say. You sit here and have a 7-yard gain up the middle in the fourth quarter, and you are thrilled because it's the best run you've had up the middle all night.
Next week's high school football game of the week, we're going to Wilson County as Upperman takes on Lebanon. Both those teams, Upperman rolling. Fayetteville, Lebanon was up on a good Antioch team at halftime. Lebanon looking for revenge. We'll have plenty of time to talk about that one, though. One receiver each way. Martin takes the snap, dropping back. It's that quick screener again on the hitch. Receiver's there, and he makes the catch. And it's going to be Wyatt Claywell, their leading receiver from a year ago, and there's our first personal foul of the game as Claywell gives a little shove late, and going down for the Tigers was Sean Benton. The flag is there, and this is going to back up Smith County, and that could be a back-breaking penalty unless they rule it offsetting, which sometimes you'll see if there were some words exchanged before the push. And we have a Tiger who is down, slow to get up as well in the middle of the field.
And let's remember, if this is against Smith County, that is a dead ball foul after the play, so the play will count. It will be 3rd down and back them up. So if this is only against Smith County, I mean, it's a critical flag.
One of the Tigers being looked to on his lower leg. The officials discussing. We'll wait on that, and then if injured player is still down, we'll take a break.
Give you a couple of quick score updates. Upperman continues to roll over Fayetteville, 41-6.
Fayetteville's a good football team.
Fayetteville's a
great program.
Fayetteville will win 8 or 9 ball games.
Jamario Williams is the injured Tiger. He's being helped off the field by the trainers. Hopefully just cramps. We don't know, though, obviously.
And those Cumberland County Jets up 38-0 over Scott County. Good for them.
Absolutely.
Good for them.
And I say it every year. Coach Noah Rapaski is a very good football coach.
He's a great, but he's been dealt some tough hands. Quarterback leaves, sits out, then goes to Stone.
Yeah.
He's lost some talent. But he's just a hard-nosed football. He's just a hard-nosed football coach, and Scott County's a decent team. Sparta up 28-10 midway through the 3rd quarter. I can't wait to see if it's Trip Pinion's show.
We're turning into, and by the way, we'll find out because we'll have Michael Dodgen or Chase Hoke on the End Zone show coming up later. We'll try to get Curtis Beatty potentially on that show later on tonight. Different format this year. It's going to be fun. Quick hitter to the outside, nothing doing, and it's punting time here for the Smith County Owls. Gordonsville has flipped the script of this game entirely. The 195-yard drive for Smith County. Other than that, it's nothing doing for the Owls offense tonight.
And unfortunately for Smith County, this is playing completely into the strength of Gordonsville because they want to take the ball right here and have a 6, 7, 8-minute drive or 10-minute and 11-second drive and head back across the county with a win.
Grisham and Hancock back deep to receive this kick. Punting unit on. It has not been a clean kicking night for Smith County. Good snap, and this will be a decent punt. Low line drive, it bounces vertically, and that takes the opportunity for a return away. It'll be down at the 36-yard line, all things considered. Not a bad punt at all there for the Owls. 10:01 to go. As we'll flip the script, and Gordonsville goes on offense. They're 2 for 2 on drives here. And the way this game has gone, Jeremy, if they go 3 for 3 and score a touchdown here, that could be all she wrote in this ball game.
Lights out. And, again, obviously this drive, we're going to see a bunch of number 27. I mean, I'm going to give to him almost every single play. Depending, if we get behind the chains a little bit, may change it. But other than that, 27 is going to see the ball 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times on this drive. He's got to be close to 25 carries right now. Wildcats up over Trousdale County 37-6.
That's a final there. They go into the creek bank and leave in dominant fashion. Snap taken. It is a handoff to Grisham. Grisham cuts up through the middle of the field, and he just steamrolled a would-be tackler. Gain of 9. Bryson Grisham pounding the rock with a touchdown, well over 100 yards on the ground. It's 2nd and 1. He lowered the boom on that one. And we've got a Tiger who's slow to get up, and now the training staff didn't have a very busy first half. They're having a busy second half, unfortunately. And there is the universal sign for cramps, though, as one of the teammates is stretching out his leg, and that's best case scenario here in week 1. You just have some cramps and go and get some Gatorade and get back out there.
And the good news tonight, the humidity, I mean, it's nice. It feels pleasant right now, and usually week 1 the cramping is much worse because the temperature's a little bit hotter. We've been fortunate. We've only seen this a couple of times.
All right, Hallie. We talked earlier, and we said the mood was good down there after that first touchdown for Gordonsville. Right now, Gordonsville scored a couple of touchdowns in a row. They're driving again. What's the mood down there in that Smith County sideline?
I'm not really hearing much anymore. You know, they were really loud to start the game. Halftime came. They were still really loud. It's quieting down a bit, but I'm still hearing a lot of motivation from the coaches, from the players, and from the fans. I don't think, you know, they're obviously not giving up yet, and I don't think their mindset is to just, you know, hang their heads. I think they're doing really well with that. Gordonsville, obviously, you can hear them still. They've maintained the same level of energy throughout the game, but I think Smith County's is, you know, lessened a little bit after Gordonsville's last touchdown.
And you said Ethan Montgomery's been getting, he's playing, but he's been getting a little bit of treatment. They're getting that massage gun working down there.
I think that they're trying to prevent something major from happening. I think they're getting ahead of whatever could happen. And, you know, he's been playing and he's been, you know, toughening it out. But I think that, you know, the trainers have been treating him really well with that.
Thanks, Hallie. Score update, Jeremy. Cookeville starting to roll.
Cookeville's got the ball, 11:26 left in the fourth quarter, up 28-6. It seems to me, and again, we're not there, but it seems to me that big offensive line from Cookeville is finally starting to lean on that defensive line, that undersized defensive line from Stone.
That UC top 5 looking pretty good right about now. The number 1 ranked team, Upperman, they're certainly flexing their muscles. Number 2, Cookeville, starting to lean a little bit. We'll see number 3 tomorrow night in Macon County. And that'll be a very interesting one. Number 4, White County, they're up over Silverdale Baptist. And number 5 was those Stone Memorial Panthers, who gave a good account for themselves.
Absolutely.
The top 4 was a little bit easier to come out with than the bottom 1. Stone Memorial was there. The 2 honorable mentions were on this field. Right now, Gordonsville, they're making a case for maybe entering that top 5.
You asked about what the mood is in this stadium right now. I just feel like everybody's anxious. That's a good word for me right now.
Grisham going out in motion. They're going to hit the underneath belly, and it's bobbled and dropped. And that's a loss of a couple, and I'll be honest with you, Jeremy, I don't understand that one at all. They get a little bit cute, and it's nearly disastrous for the Tigers. 9 minutes to go in the ball game.
And again, we've went 3 and almost a half a quarters by just handing the ball up the middle and running up the gut, and been very successful doing that. And then now we, like you said, just trying to get a little bit cute, and it almost cost them. In a one-possession game, almost cost them.
Kill shot over on UCR 2 for the Cookeville Cavaliers.
Blake Owen, 40-yard bomb, up 35-6, Cookeville.
Snap taken, handoff goes to Grisham. He hit that patented leg cut. He's got the first down. He moves the chains as a Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate first down. And now we've got a little tussle afterwards as he's not letting go of that football. Cole Hackett left the game with a little injury after a physical tackle. Good to see him back in there. He makes the tackle.
And again, Gordonsville getting back to what's been successful. And again, I'm all for an offensive coordinator trying to take a shot. I just don't feel like you've had to. I think running up the middle, Just keep doing what you're doing. Do what makes you successful.
I want to say thank you to the administration here at Smith County for having us out here. This is one of my favorite places to call a game from. Vantage point-wise, it doesn't get better here on the rooftop in Carthage. Snap is taken. Handoff goes. Grisham works it around the right side. He gets forward. Gain of about 3. Ben Howell with another tackle. He's up there amongst the leaders for the Owls tonight. And now it's getting late in a hurry. Under 8 minutes to go in the ball game. 2nd down and 7, and Gordonsville continues to tick off 3, 4, 5 yards to carry.
One person watching the live stream, and you know him because he talks smack to you, but Easton has texted me and wants me to say hello to him on the live stream.
There you go. You better not be wearing that Mickey Mouse ring that he got. 2 receivers over to the right, 1 to the left. Bryson Grisham in the backfield with them. Snap is taken. Handoff goes to Grisham. Grisham makes a man miss. What a move. Now he's forward inside the 45, down to the 43. If this continues this way, I can go ahead and tell you who Jeremy's going to pick for the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. Once again, Ben Howell there defensively.
Hey, unless something changes, Stevie Wonder could pick this one.
Yeah. Well, that's just because the call's so good.
Oh my goodness. I'll see you guys. I'm putting the headset down. I'm leaving.
3rd down and 3. 6:50 to go and counting. Gordonsville churning the clock. The cowbell starting to ring. Snap taken. Handoff goes to Grisham again. He's hit, and he's going to get taken down. A tremendous tackle from behind. Right there is Ben Howell again. 3 straight tackles, and now Coach Jackson, is he going to try to pin Gordon or Smith County deep and make them drive the length of the field, or is he going to go for it and try and add a little more ice onto this one?
Yeah, and obviously play of the game right here. I think we go for it. They're going to hand it to 27. He's going to try to muscle 2 or 3 yards. But play of the game for Smith County.
Clay County leads York 35-22. Nate Adams to Nolan Adams for a touchdown. That's on UCR 5 tonight. How about that combo? Casey and Jack Bolden. That's awesome.
I love it.
That is awesome. They'll be calling games together all year. And Jack, a graduate of Warrior Media there in Sparta, coming on. He was the easiest producer to train ever. He's doing color commentary and producing Pros Pro. I'm excited to go listen to that one later. 4th down and 2. And a timeout going to be called here by Gordonsville. 5:51 to go. And Jeremy, we talked about it. This is a non-region game, but with few exceptions, it feels bigger than a region game because of the bragging rights, because of the history within these 2 programs and these 2 schools. And you can kind of feel it in the air. We're here on top of the press box on the Smith County side. It's kind of nervous anticipation. Gordonsville the same. They're trying to have a huge party tonight and go across the river and really turn up and tear down this BB's Bistro. Of course, used to be Cornerstone. Back when I was going to my granny's house in Hickman, it was Cornerstone.
Mm-hmm.
You go to Cornerstone or you go to Timberloft and then have to wait for 8 hours at doctor's appointments. So.
Listen, I love Timberloft.
Yeah?
I'm a Waffle House guy.
Hey, can't go wrong.
I'm a Waffle House guy.
You can't go wrong. Timberloft, hit me up. You need to advertise. Trust me. Just trade some ribs.
Have you ever got that sampler
at
Timberloft?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I've been getting that sampler since before these kids were alive, man.
I love it.
Oh,
I love it.
Absolutely.
Have you got the All-Star Special at Waffle House, though? That's my go-to.
You're standing right next to me. Do you think look at me for 1 second. Do you think that I've not had the All-Star Special at Waffle House
with
a few hundred times?
The blueberry waffle. That's the key.
Okay.
The blueberry waffle is the key.
I can get with that. Out of the timeout, 4th down and 2. 5:51 to go in the ball game. Big play here. Snap taken, handoff to Grisham, and he gets hit, pushed backwards.
The spot.
Forward progress. This spot near side says no. That side says yes. Who gets the ball first? The point comes this way.
Yep.
That's going to be short, and it's going to be Smith County football going the other way.
They want to look at it.
They're not even going to look at it. It is a turnover on downs. That's one of those bang-bang plays. You have that push forward, the push backwards. Sure. The 2 officials coming in a different spot. It goes to the near side official. It's 1st down Smith County, and they have life.
What more did we want tonight?
This is unbelievable.
I mean, it's a 7-point game, 5:43 left in the 4th quarter. one of the biggest rivalries in the state. Here we go.
You know, going back through last year's came down to the wire. Pick 6 late for Smith County won it. There have been so many times over the years where this game ends in a 1-point gap, a 2-point gap, 1 possession gap. That's just how this game goes no matter where the teams are in their development. 2 receivers each way. Timeout called by Matt Dyer. Only 1 remaining, I believe, for Smith County. Could be 2. 5:43 to go in the ball game now. And for Smith County, Jeremy, if they're going to have the drive, they need it now with the way Gordonsville has been able to drain the clock in this football game.
And you talk about a drive, 5:43, there's not much time left. And neither team's long passing game has worked very well. This is it. This is it.
Sophomore quarterback Riley Martin thrust into the spotlight a year ago. Late in the offseason, he takes over. He leads them to a win on the road in Gordonsville. Now it's his team. He's the starter for the next 3 years here in Smith County. Can he deliver a drive? He gave them one in the first half to take the lead. Gordonsville answered with 13 straight in the third quarter. Now it's Owls football. 1st and 10 from the 41. Their last drive stalled out by a personal foul, the first of the game. I know they'll have to avoid that here. 2 receivers each way as they go as spread as they've been all night long, trying to spread out this Tigers defense. 3 forward look defensively. Low snap. Martin, he picks it up with one hand. He's looking downfield. He fires. Receivers there. It's Claywell. And Claywell and Kaysen each were there, and they broke it up from each other. It would have been a huge play. Instead, it's 2nd and 10.
Such a huge athletic play by Martin, just to palm the ball, come up. Perfect pass. Perfect pass. Unfortunately, it seems to me one of the receivers ran the wrong route, because when you throw a ball up and you both are there in the exact same spot, someone probably should have peeled their route off a little bit.
Looked to me like one of them may have decided to kind of freelance off after that pop snap, and that's what ended up happening. 2 receivers each way. Blitz coming off the edge. Martin, he's being pressured. Fires over the middle to Kaysen. Makes the catch at the 45. Kaysen, he breaks a tackle. Spins upfield past midfield. He's taken down under a gain of 12. It's a Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate. First down. Smith County moves into Gordonsville territory.
This is going to come down the wire. This is awesome.
Clay County, pick 6 by Cole Eads. They lead York 42-22. 2 receivers to the right. 2 to the left. Motion man across, snap taken, going to hand off on the sweep. There's blockers in front to the 45, spun down to the 40. Just short of the line of the gain, it's Gage Gibbs, and now all of a sudden that stop seems like Smith County's got a little bit of mojo again. It'd been relatively quiet over here. Now they're back in it.
And again, the jet sweeps, the quick passes, just keeping the Gordonsville defensive line at bay. That's their strength. They're staying away from it.
To the right, 2 to the left. Empty set again for Riley Martin. Motion man across is Jermaine Kaysen. Fakes the pitch, looking left, fires deep, and it's nearly intercepted. Shooting the gap was Maddox Randolph, who already has a touchdown on the other side today, and it just went through his hands. It's going to be 3rd down and 1.
It's amazing. Football is just a game of inches. I mean, an interception there probably ices this game, but here we go. Final, Upperman 48-6 over Fayetteville.
That is ridiculous.
Again, I'm blown away with Fayetteville. I expected Upperman to be good, but Fayetteville.
Martin takes the snap. Handoff goes. Looking around the left is Jaden Evans. He is hit and taken down. This is going to be close. Jaden Evans, the senior, 5'7", 193. I think it's enough. We'll wait until they put the ball down to say it officially. 4:27 clock stopped as they spot it, and we're going to measure this. It's too important. We're at least going to get a clear look at it. And it is a Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate first down. And can I say, I love that. Sometimes you just got to have a clear line at it. You don't have to measure everything. Once it's clear, you go ahead and go.
I agree with you, but what I also like, too, is that they stop the clock.
Yep.
Because, listen, the clock now is everything. Stop the clock, take your time, get a good look. I like it.
Now the clock runs. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the ball game. 1st and 10 from the Gordonsville 38. 7-point game. Riley Martin in the gun. Jaden Evans on his right hip. Takes the snap. Here comes the blitz. Play fake. Martin keeps himself around the right side. He's to the 35. Riley Martin to the 30. He's to the 25. Breaks a tackle. Martin reversing field. Riley Martin to the 20. Into the Twin Lakes Catfish Farm red zone. The sophomore pulls it for the first time tonight and moves the chains on Asanya Brown with American Way Real Estate. First down.
I was going to say the same thing. Pulls it for the first time tonight, and it's obvious by Gordonsville completely caught them off guard.
And now tempo here for Smith County as they'll send 2 receivers to the left. Some quick subs in. 3:50 and counting to go. 1st and 10 from the 19. Snap taken. Handoff goes to Evans around the right side. Evans barrels to the 15. And tonight, Jeremy, we've seen the inside run game be non-existent for Smith County. Now here in this final drive potentially, they're starting to get to the edges.
They are, and part of that may just be, you know, we got a single-A football team whose defensive line has played for almost 4 straight quarters, and first game of the year, it's just wearing them down, and now it's time to take advantage of that.
3 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the ball game. Riley Martin, now they slow it down a little bit. They're in no hurry. They got plenty of time now that they're into the red zone. Gordonsville saying if you're going to score, do it quick so they get a chance. But they're looking to bow up for a stop. Claywell all alone to the left. Kaysen on the right. Snap taken. Martin looks, fires the quick out. Receivers intercepted. Wow. Randolph picks it off. He's to the 40. He's to the 50. Riley Martin gives chase. Randolph to the 25. Cuts up at the 20. He's at the 15. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. He's at the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown Tigers. Maddox Randolph. 90-yard pick 6 for the Dagger. He jumps the route for the second time on the drive, and that time it's right in stride. He makes a couple of men miss. Great effort trying to get back by the Owls, but Maddox Randolph with his second touchdown of the game. 1 on offense, 1 on defense, and it's 19-6.
And Martin there has got to realize that it's just not there. The receiver's got to break that route out a little bit more. I think the route was flat, and Martin's just got to realize that the defender's inside there and just needs to go a different direction. Throw it away if you have to.
And the kick is good. Smith County was driving to try and tie or take the lead, but it's a pick 6 the other way. And with 2:43 to play, it's Gordonsville 20, Smith County 6. This is the high school football game of the week on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do.
Welcome back. Maddox Randolph with a 90-yard interception return for a touchdown to give Gordonsville a 20-6 lead. And if there wasn't a sense of urgency before, there is now for Smith County. They need 2 scores, and they need them in a hurry. Right now, Gordonsville closing in on a huge season-opening win on the road against their arch rival. Kicking it on here for the Tigers. Is that one? Bounces up, and it's going to be fielded by Gibbs. He's at the 30. He wiggles to the 35. He'll be cut down at the 40, and now the Gordonsville faithful are really into this game on the other side. That nervous energy has turned into elation as they feel like they're 2:31 away. It just felt like, Jeremy, this game was building towards a big play somewhere, and it went the way of the Tigers. They've had both of the critical plays in this game. One didn't even lead to score. That long pass across the middle and that one there to go the other way, Randolph. And it was a great effort by Riley Martin to get back on that return. He nearly got him down, but Randolph got a late block and was able to get into the end zone. Martin breaks the huddle, sends trips out to the left, one to the right. And now there's a battle for the player of the game for the first time. Snap taken. Rolling out to his left is Martin. Fires, low pass, incomplete. Good sportsmanship shown there, going up to help him up by Bobby Kritz to help Riley Martin to his feet. He forced the errant pass, and it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, you mentioned a second ago. Now I've got some thinking to do. If this holds true, I'm not going to chicken out, though. I'm picking one.
Remember, stick around post-game. We'll have the Quality Family post-game show. We'll go through the important plays from the game, talk about it as the snap is taken, pass out to Jermaine Kaysen. Makes a man miss at the 40. Kaysen wiggles upfield, now trying to carry defenders. He's slung back at the 45. Spencer pipes again with a tackle. 3rd down and 5. During the post-game show, Hallie will be joined by the winning coach after they break their post-game huddle to talk about the game. 2:10 to go and counting, and now the band is the loudest it's been all night for the Gordonsville Tigers on the other side of this stadium.
Yeah, Smith County's got to take the ball downfield. I mean, the short intermediate passes have worked, but now they need chunk yards.
2 receivers go out to the right side, 1 to the left. Riley Martin in the gun. Has the snap, drops back, looks left, fires. Claywell makes the reception. He's short of the line to gain, and he got crunched. Wearing that Guardian cap, and he needed it on that one as it's 4th down and 1, and if Smith County wants a chance at a miracle, they've got to convert here. 1:26 and counting, and right now not a ton of urgency out of Smith County on offense. It's almost like that one is the straw that broke the camel's back.
And again, you want to run it here to try to get your 1 yard, but I'm with you. The sense of urgency, them not attacking downfield.
Yeah, it's deflation and timeout call by Coach Dyer. He's already had to burn some, so he couldn't get the ball back with 3 timeouts. He knows they need a good play here. And look at the Gordonsville players firing up their fan base. They are 1 minute and 6 seconds away from an absolute party across the river here in Smith County. Now look behind us, some of the Owl faithful are hitting the exits. It does take a while to get out of this parking lot if you're trying to leave in the mass exodus.
Speaking of taking a while to get out of the parking lot, have you ever tried to get out of Lebanon after a game?
We'll find out next week.
It's bad.
Can't wait.
It's bad.
It takes me a long time to clean up the equipment at least, so that helps. Tomorrow night, 4:15, live game day show from the pep rally outside of the stadium in Lafayette. Macon County, Westmoreland, the second part of our doubleheader high school football game of the week. Myself, Jacob Vinson, Hallie Ledbetter will be there for all the action. And it's another rivalry game as Macon County faces off against Westmoreland. Tuesday night, UCR Coaches Show, live from Fire and Bond on the rooftop. Next Friday's game of the week, Upperman and Lebanon. 2 receivers to the right. 4th down and 1 here for Riley Martin. Takes the shotgun snap. He's dropping back, looking left. Now back to his right. Fires in the flat. Receiver makes the catch. It's a 1st down. Howell breaks 1 tackle, and then it'll be cut down about the 44. 59 seconds to go in the game. Maddox Randolph with another play. He makes the tackle. Smith County's going to have to go quickly here. Believe they're out of timeouts. Maybe 1 left. And they are huddling. Gordonsville's about to win this football game. 50 seconds to go. Absolute exclamation point by Maddox Randolph when Smith County was going in trying to take the lead potentially. Martin takes the snap. He's dropping back, looking left, being pressured. Fires deep downfield. And it's going to be incomplete, too strong. Looking for Jermaine Kaysen, double covered back there. Dalton Hancock in the area. Anthony Fuller back as well. 32.8 seconds. This is a Gordonsville team, Jeremy, that feels like a year ago they make the quarters. South Pittsburgh going down tonight. They feel like there may be a gap there on the east side of the bracket where they can try and make some noise. And don't forget, they're going to get Jay Foster back at some point this season. thought he may play tonight the way he came out to warm up.
I agree, but, as I mentioned earlier, I mean, Mason Cross, I just really think has managed the offense extremely well. They want Jay Foster back because Mason Cross is so athletic they're going to use him somewhere else on the field, but I'm super impressed with how Mason Cross has handled the offense.
The only difference, they open up the playbook a little bit more with Jay Foster. Other than that,
sure,
I'm with you. Bryson Grisham and company, scary football team in 1A classification. Snap taken, fired over, and it's dropped. Several of those tonight for the Owls. 30 seconds to go. It's 3rd and 10.
Unfortunately, just kind of looking where you're going to run before you catch the football, and it just kind of bit him.
3rd down and 10. 30.2 seconds to go in the ball game. Gordonsville leads 20-6. Here on the road across the county. What a game. And this one, if it ends with this score, will look more lopsided than it was. This was a dogfight throughout this ball game tonight. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Going to the empty set again. Riley Martin in the gun. They need a score, and they need it now. Snap taken. Dropping back. Looking left. Pressured from behind. Being hit. Is he sacked? He is sacked. The first domino sack of the game for the Gordonsville Tigers. The clock is stopped, but they're going to have to roll it soon. 24.9 seconds to go. And now the clock runs again. It's 4th down and a mile. There's your exclamation point for the Gordonsville Tigers. The domino sack is going to clinch it with 16 seconds to go. And Gordonsville has a train horn going, and the Tiger faithful rise to their feet. That will do it. Final score tonight. Tigers 20, Owls 6. Gordonsville comes on the road and knocks off their most bitter rival. And there's a big celebration on the opposite side of the field. We welcome you into the Quality Family Post-Game Show. Quality Home Health, Quality Private Duty Care, Buckeye Home Medical Equipment, and Quality Hospice Care. We welcome them as our newest all-inclusive sponsors here at UCR. The interception return for a touchdown bookends a strong second half for Gordonsville. It was 6-0 at the break. They come out in the second half, outscore them 20-6. They really established the ground game with Bryson Grisham. Then they cap it off with a couple of touchdowns by Maddox Randolph, Jeremy.
Yeah, I agree. And you just kind of had their will with the defensive line from Smith County, ran the ball really well, stuck to their game plan, and then made a couple of really big plays at the right time to take the lead and then also turn around and then just put the dagger in.
The game started in the second quarter. Gordonsville hits an 80-plus yard pass down the middle of the field, but a great effort play to catch the receiver and tackle him by the Owls. They then force or recover a fumbled snap, go 95 yards the other way with about a minute to go in the second half, on a drive that takes just under 7 minutes. They take a 6-0 lead into the break. Gordonsville's offense really didn't threaten outside of that long pass in that first half. They come out in the second, establish the ground game with Bryson Grisham. They score on their first drive. They get the ball back after Smith County elects to go for it in their own end, about the 45-yard line. They go down and score again on a touchdown pass to Maddox Randolph. Then things stabilized a bit for both teams, going back and forth. Smith County, their best drive of the game consistency-wise, outside of that long one. They go down the field, they get it into the red area, and then it strikes. Maddox Randolph jumps an out route, 90-yard interception return for a touchdown, and that was enough for them to get the victory tonight, 20-6. Hallie will be down there with Coach Steven Jackson as soon as he breaks that post-game huddle. Hallie, if you can hear me, if you can't hear me down there, just give me a thumbs up when you're ready, and we'll kick it to you with a thumbs up of our own. It's time for the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, located right on Circle Drive in Allgood, one of our longest-running sponsors here at UCR. Mark Randolph and company, they run a great operation. The shirt that I have on, the shirt that Hallie has on, the shirt that Mads has on, the shirt that Jeremy will have on next week, probably at some point maybe, because we're getting new ones from our friends at Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing. All come from them. All the plaques that we give out, the awards that we give out, all come from Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, and they can do the same for you and your team. It's time for the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. For my money, there's two choices tonight. You can't go wrong either way, Jeremy. Which way you leaning?
There's two choices, and to be honest with you, I am 51-49.
Okay.
It is that close. Yep. I'm going to lean one direction. And I don't want to take a single thing away from Bryson Grisham.
Yep.
Because I'm telling you, the reason they won is because of their game plan of pounding the rock 3 yards, 4 yards, 7 yards, 11 yards, 2 yards, 4 yards, 8 yards. Their game plan was doing that. However, you win football games by scoring points. And the guy that made the 2 biggest plays of the night, both touchdowns, 51-49, but Maddox Randolph wins.
I think that's a good decision. Maddox Randolph, the Nelson Trophy and screen printing player of the game. He gets the go-ahead touchdown on offense to make it a 7-point game, and then he caps it off with the pick 6, which was really a high IQ play. You mentioned he had that inside leverage. He shoots the gap. He reads that route the whole way. They've been killing him with those quick hitters all night long. He jumps the route for the second time on the drive, and that time it's right in his hands, and he cribs it for a pick 6, and that popped the balloon for Smith County tonight. And now, for the first time in 3 seasons, Gordonsville has knocked off Smith County. In the last 5, though, Gordonsville 3-2 against their cross-county rival. For Gordonsville, they'll turn their attention with a matchup with Watertown next Friday night. DeKalb County, they will travel here to face Smith County on this field next Friday night in what will be a very interesting game. See if we can get a DeKalb County score update before we get out of here. We'll update you on all the scores as we wait for Coach Jackson to break the post-game huddle. A very joyous post-game huddle. Hallie will be with him momentarily, and we'll kick it down to her to hear from him, so stick around for that.
The latest update we had on DeKalb County is they were up 28-14 in the third quarter.
And the game over on UCR 5 is still interesting. Clay County with a 12-point lead when last updated, 42-30 over York. How about the York offense still putting up that amount of points tonight? Not too shabby at all. Coach Jackson just took a headset off, and I think they're wrapping up their post-game huddle. Hey, don't forget to join us later on tonight. I got to get back to Cookeville, and we will have the Friday Night End Zone show, a little bit different style tonight because we've got people all across the state, but we will have coaches call in, commentators call in, and we will recap all the games tonight. And, of course, we'll need your comments with that, so be ready to go. We'll go through the entire scoreboard around the Upper Cumberland. Coming up tomorrow night at 4:15, we'll have a live game day show from Macon County. Some special things planned for that. And then coming up tomorrow night is the second half of our doubleheader high school football game of the week. Macon County and Westmoreland set to do battle. Tuesday night, UCR Coaches Show live from Fire and Vine at 7 o'clock. Jacob and I will talk about all the games from this week, preview next week's slate, have some special guests, and, of course, we will predict all of next week's games. Next Friday's high school football game of the week, we're going to go to Wilson County, Lebanon against Upperman.
A little bit of a flip in that score.
Antioch
is up 28-15 over Lebanon.
Antioch has a Division I quarterback who apparently is one of the best quarterbacks in the mid-state. So that was expected to be a pretty good game there between a couple of 6A programs. Upperman, how impressive did they look tonight? We'll talk about that in the Friday Night End Zone show. Hallie has Coach Jackson. When she gives us the thumbs up, we'll kick it down to her before getting out of here tonight during the Quality Family post-game show in the high school football game of the week. Hallie Ledbetter with a victorious Coach Steven Jackson as the final score tonight has Gordonsville 20, Smith County 6. Hallie, whenever you're ready, take it away.
Coach, how are we feeling tonight after the big win?
Feeling really excited. I mean, a lot of hard work goes into, rivalry games, and kids played hard. I mean, we talk all the time about adversity, and you got to handle adversity and respond the right way, and I thought our kids did a great job tonight.
How about the play of Maddox Randolph tonight?
Oh, he had some big plays. I mean, rivalry games are made up of big plays made by big players, and he did a great job tonight.
Your defensive line had some big stops tonight. How crucial was that?
Oh, it's huge. And our D-line so far this fall has been pretty disruptive, right? And they did a great job tonight, being disruptive and making plays in the backfield.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you.
There's Hallie with Coach Steven Jackson, a victorious Gordonsville Tigers head coach. One of the biggest wins of his career as head coach here for Gordonsville. We'll wrap it up for now. We hope you'll join us in a little while. You got to give me time. I got to get back up the mountain to Cookeville, but we will have the Friday Night End Zone show around 10:45 or so tonight, and we will wrap it up hopefully before Saturday rolls around. Jeremy, I enjoyed it. Our first time together,
sir.
Two of us caught a rhythm there. That was a lot of fun, and we'll do it again next week. For myself, Jeremy Tollison, Hallie Ledbetter, Madison McKay, everybody at UCR will remind you, keep your eyes on UpperCumberlandReporter.com for the latest coverage of high school sports throughout the area. Goose was out tonight in his backyard, Cookeville Stone Memorial. We got a highlight reel coming from there. You're not going to want to miss that. Nobody does it quite like Michael Lindsay with that. Join us for all the content tomorrow from Lafayette. Until then, we sure hope to see you later on tonight for the End Zone Show. Final score in the high school football game of the week. Gordonsville 20, Smith County 6. The Tigers get to 1-0 on the young season. Have a great night, everybody.